TMV. We out here. Hold up, I didn't even get to say mic check, mic check, mic check.
Hello, hello, hello.
You know what it is, man. Yo, I'm waiting for somebody to comment that I stole that from Joe Budden.
You know what it is, man?
No, the mic check, mic check.
Oh.
And I'm just be like, yeah, so I'm inspired.
There we go. We got inspired.
What's absolutely nothing wrong with that, man. But yo, welcome to another episode of the True North Views podcast. This is E6.
Episode 6. What's episode 6 of Star Wars? The Phantom Menace?
Is it? What is 6? Okay, that would be the original trilogy then.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh.
Can we do a quick fact check on that?
Star Wars
let's just
6.
hit the keyboard on that. Episode 6. What the fuck is it?
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Is that the best one?
No, that's one of the worst ones.
That was the trash one, right?
Yeah, because that's even in X-Men they made fun of it. They said it's the third one's always the worst.
God damn. But yeah, man, episode 6, you know what it is. Tick, 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 666. We're going to get to that Pusha stuff later, man. But as usual, it's the True North Views podcast, man. We are the kings of dope criticism.
The Pharaohs of Prolific Opinion.
And the emperors of elevated thought, man. You know what it is. It's your boy Harris here.
I go by name JustShola.
And as usual, we are giving you our views from the perspective of a couple of first-generation Canadians on what's buzzing, what people are talking about, and most importantly, as usual, what people are not talking enough about.
A lot of things.
But hey, man, tick, tick, tick. You know what? Even before we get to that, we gotta still stunt a little. But yo, first of all, shout out to Six Buzz.
Six Buzz.
As usual, shout out to Six Buzz. But one thing that I noticed on Six Buzz, everyone always says Brampton's gonna catch that L.
Brampton been catching L's.
Brampton catches a L. Brampton
Tristan
catches
Thompson.
a L. Brampton catches a L.
Thompson.
For those that don't know, Tristan Thompson's from Brampton.
He's not from Toronto.
Enough said.
Brampton.
But yo, Brampton, I think, is winning now.
How?
It's a hashtag free Brampton Tingaguan.
Who's in the jail in Brampton?
Yo, Uber Eats has just said from now until the end of June, you will enjoy unlimited free delivery from any restaurant on Uber Eats in Brampton when you use the code
I'm about to move to
free Brampton at checkout. You think this is a result of Six Buzz?
Hell no.
I think it is. Free my nigga Brampton. No,
free Brampton. Yo, free Brampton.
But yo, shout out to you guys in Brampton. You guys are fucking lucky.
I'm going to have to move to Brampton now. Get that free delivery.
Yo, dude, I wonder if fuck, you might have to put the delivery to Brampton
and then go pick it up
and then pull up at a man's house just to save just to save the $5 on fucking delivery.
You probably use that much on gas anyway.
Yo, man, but yo, guys, take advantage of that shit. Moving on, man. Let's get to some podcast shit, man. Fuck that. Yo, shout out to some unofficial friends, man. We got one person. Isn't it not a person, but we got one entity to add to our unofficial friends list. Now, for those that don't know, the unofficial friends or the unofficial viewers of the show, hey, man, we're going to go for the big names. Straight the fuck up.
We're not going for nobody.
Straight everybody. Up. Hopefully the quote unquote regular viewers can understand that we're just trying to flex a little bit. Who's on the unofficial friends list? Top of the head.
Nico
Grimes.
Savon's unofficial. Oxtail God.
Marlon Palmer. Who else is on that? Joe Budden's on that.
Joe Budden, yes.
Michael Rappaport's on that.
Yeah. I can't remember off the top of my head. I feel like there's more people.
There's way more. We're going to compile a list. Yeah. At the end of the year, we're going to compile a list and really
unofficial friends.
Really show y'all who's fucking with us.
If we were to have a party based off our likes and our retweets, you'll see who'll be at the party.
God damn. It's going to look like the 40-40 club up in there. But we got another figure to add to the unofficial friends list. Shout out to the Breakfast Club. They tweeted our shit. They liked our tweet. They posted an interview that they had done with what's that Kyle dude's name?
Kyle.
But is that he's just Oprah? He just goes by Kyle.
Yeah, he just goes by Kyle.
He goes by Kyle. His Instagram name or his Twitter name, whatever, Super Duper Kyle. He made a fire point. He made a fire point on the Breakfast Club. He mentioned being in a mid-20s crisis.
Mid-20s.
Some shit like that.
Life crisis at mid-20s.
And we tweeted out to the Breakfast Club. We said, hey, man, I'm pretty sure all 20-some-odd-year-olds are in a quarter-life crisis. and they like to tweet.
Yeah,
so
shout out to them.
we're gonna stunt. We're gonna call them an unofficial friend at this point.
Who do you think runs their Twitter account? Do you think it's like a intern, or you think it's actually like Charlemagne or Angela Yee or?
It's
Envy?
definitely not Charlemagne. It's definitely not Angela Yee.
It's definitely
and
not
Envy don't have that much swag. So
Different intern or some producer.
it's gotta be a producer, I would imagine.
Well, shout out to that producer. Then.
Shout out to that producer for liking our tweet.
Actually, I got a correction quick.
Go ahead.
The name of Envy show, Gold with Envy, and last episode I said Gold with Envy was a quote. I was wrong. It's actually Green with Envy.
Green with Envy,
But
not
the
gold.
name of the show is called Gold with Envy because, Envy likes to flex like that, so I'm assuming.
I thought gold with envy was just a term.
I thought it was a term too, but
It might be.
It turns out it was Green with Envy.
It might
I
actually
Googled
be.
Gold with Envy.
Oh, you did? Nothing came up?
No,
Nothing
it's Green
came
with
up.
Envy.
If you don't get a result on like the first like page and a half of Google, you give up.
You should never need to go to the second page on Google.
You give up at that point. It's like there's no
If
point.
your website's on the second page of Google, get it to the first page.
But let's get into it. I mean, again, we like to extend on the things that people are not talking enough about. So I do want to highlight that because that kind of went unnoticed, the whole quarter life crisis.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's becoming a thing.
Well, we're millennials and millennials.
Or are we just like more woke now? Are we just more aware of what the fuck is going on?
No, we're just millennials. We just don't think before we do shit because everything's at our fingertips now.
Yo, I think what it is, like, to me, it's like, okay, quarter life crisis to me says 25, right? So midlife crisis is 50.
Yeah.
Quarter life crisis is 25. I think what it is that you kind of, okay, think about where you were when you were 15 or 16.
Yeah.
And think about what you thought you would have by the time you were 25. So for most people, it's,
totally
I'll be married. Oh, I'll have a career. Oh,
This car, that
I'll
car.
own a home. I'll be on vacay every year or whatever it may be. And you think you're going to have this certain life that you want to live by the age of 25. And it's like, it just doesn't happen.
It's unrealistic dreams, unrealistic goals.
But that's
at
what
that point.
in our era, that was the thought to have. Even before that, it was just like everyone thought by 25 they were gonna make it,
Yeah, it's true. Everyone did think.
right? So it's like,
in real life, but you want to make it by the time you're 25 if you're 15.
yes, that's the
life
thing.
just
But there's a
doesn't-
difference between I want X, Y, and Z by the time I'm 25, and I'm going to have X, Y, and Z by the time I'm 25. Because if you say I'm gonna have and you don't have, now you feel like you've let yourself
Unaccomplished.
down. You feel like you're unaccomplished, like you just said. And then at that point, that's where we see a lot of the mental illnesses start to kick in, the anxiety,
You're
depression,
15.
et cetera, because you think you have to live this sort of life.
But at 15, what did you know?
You know what you saw.
Yeah, which is nothing.
Right.
By the time you're 25, you're like, wow, I was dumb when I was 15.
Yes, but
So
some
you-
people really look at that. Some people really look at that as like, yo, it's not that I was dumb, I had unrealistic expectations. Some people still look at that as, why am I not there?
I see what you're saying.
Right? So I could be wrong. I'll be honest. I did not listen to the interview. I'm going to put that out there. But when I had saw the Kyle dude say, yo, quarter life crisis, and immediately responding to that with, yeah, every 20 some odd year
I
olds in
believe
that, that I believe it.
It's like when you just graduate college or university, you're
like, what's next?
Yeah, what's next? That's a quarter life crisis. I don't have a job yet.
Pretty much.
Quarter life crisis.
Pretty
I
much.
don't know what to do in school. Maybe you're 21, you're just about to go to school. I don't know what to do in school. Quarter life crisis.
That's very true.
You have a family or you have a child by the time you're in your early 20s. That's a quarter life crisis right there because now your life changes.
That is very
So we all
true,
have
man.
quarter life crisis.
We're all going through quarter life crisis, man. But for those that are, just push through it. It's all you can really do. Adapt. Like, the advice is really simple. Adapt
Just adapt
to your
surroundings.
environments. Understand that you're not going to have everything, and work with what you got.
Yeah,
Work with
10
the
years
cards
from
that
now,
you're
you're
dealt.
not gonna. 10 years from now, you're gonna look back at your 10-year-old. Or sorry, you're gonna look back at your
I get it. I get what you're trying to
10,
say.
10 years from now. You're gonna look back and be like, "Wow, I was dumb 10 years ago." That's
Exactly.
what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. So it's always hindsight.
You're always learning.
Like you said, it's always hindsight. You
It
look
is.
back and you're like, boy, was I dumb.
Yeah.
But whatever. It is what
We
it
learn
is.
from our mistakes.
You spoke about school, and we have a very interesting school discussion coming later on, so you guys stay tuned for that. But before we get into anything, we have to pay the bills, man.
Paid some bills.
Now, This is our third week or our fourth week paying bills?
This is our third week.
It's our third week in a row paying bills, but I think we paid some bills in one of our first episodes.
In episode 0, I think we had
Episode 0.
Did we have
Did we?
Yeah, episode 0.
Or was that the outtakes?
Ooh, who knows?
Who knows? But this is our third week in a row paying bills. Now, for those that don't understand, these are not real sponsor advertisements.
Don't go to the websites.
Guys, don't go to the websites. Don't try to use the discount codes. It's not going to work.
No.
All we're really trying to do is fake it till we make it.
Fake it till
we
you
want
make it.
all the sponsors to hear how good we are at recording this shit.
And then
so that they can fucking throw us that bag.
Exactly. Let's get the real sponsors out here.
Throw us that bag. So here we are, man. Let's pay these bills, man. Pay them.
Bills. How's your summer body looking? Is it on point? Is it shredded? Is it swole?
Pause.
Yo, here's a solution for you. Fat T. Yeah, that's right. Fat T will make your body looking thick. Yo, ladies.
Hella thick.
Yo, think of Rihanna thick.
Hella thick.
Think of Ashley Graham thick.
Hella thick.
Think of Gotta Breathe, Sit Up Bay. Think of Mama June. Yeah, before like 2018. Yo, summer 2018 is all about self-love. And what's a better way to show you love yourself more than drinking fat tea? With ingredients like sugar and lard, fat tea will have all the right places, looking right, and not like a buck tea. Go to fattea.com/TNV and receive 4% off your second purchase.
4%, y'all.
Second purchase, remember that
4%,
shit.
y'all.
With amazing prices on their signature drinks like Fat Ass Tea, Thick Thai Juice, and their fan favorite Double D Double Double. Yo, you'll be looking nice all summer long. Yo, ladies, go to Grand Bend, Wasaga, Sable Beach, Woodbine Beach, the Bluffs. Yo, the man-dems will be staring, trust me. Again, that's fattea.com/TNV and receive 4% off your second purchase.
Cheer.
Fat Tea, fuck a tie gap. Now back to the show.
All right, man, back to the show. Let's get into that music potpourri.
Ooh, you know what
it took me 2 weeks to fucking learn how to pronounce that word, but it is what it is. Let's get to that music potpourri, man. Tick, tick, tick.
666.
Are we giving that update on that Pusha T versus Drake? A lot of fucking shit has happened.
Oh, okay. We got to start.
So, like, where do we even start? Because it's like...
Let's start this way. Are you Team Pusha or Team Drake?
I'm...
Yo, Toronto, get at this man.
Toronto,
get at this man.
I feel obligated to say Drake. However... Pusha T has zero chance of losing this battle.
Well, don't know what Drake
literally
has on
zero chance of losing this battle.
But Drake may come out with some dirt on him.
It doesn't matter. There is no dirt.
That's what you think.
Pusha T
Everyone thought Drake didn't have a dirt, and then here it is.
But Pusha T is not prominent enough of a name in media in general. Right? I want to make sure I highlight that because I'm not talking about the hip hop community, the rap community. I'm not talking about his legend when it comes to the Clips, working with the Neptunes, working with Kanye, etc. I'm very aware of Pusha's catalog. Pusha's one of my favorite rappers.
Okay.
What I'm saying is when you think about your A-class celebrities, you think of your Michael B. Jordan.
He's not like
you think
an
of your
A-list
Gambinos.
celebrity.
You think of your Drakes.
He's even an A-list musician, let's be honest.
Let's be honest. Unfortunately, he's not an A-list musician. He's an A-level rapper.
There we go, exactly.
But he's not an A-list rapper.
He can't just walk. If he walks into like a mall, some people might not know who he is.
So exactly.
Like whereas if Drake walks into a mall,
everyone knows
who Drake is.
So that being said, I don't think there's enough dirt to potentially even find on Pusha T
I don't feel
that means anything.
There really isn't.
Because what can you attack Pusha on at this point? His lack of drug selling, if you think that's the case.
No one even cares anymore at this point because he.
But what else? There's literally nothing else unless like.
Well, that's
it's some like, you know what I mean? Like it would have to be like he did some shit with a dude back in the day. Like that's
like
literally the only thing
like
that could like throw him off. But I think there's no point of Drake continuing this battle. Now again, where we left off, because let's try to make sure we keep this in structure. So last week, of course, we were recording.
Just came out.
Duppy had just came out.
Yeah, because it was Saturday and Pusha's album came out Friday.
Did Story of Adidon come out yet?
No, Story of Adidon came out like on Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, so Story of Adidon didn't even come out yet at the time that we recorded. That comes out, of course, that opens up the huge can of worms on Drake.
That was
yeah.
What was your initial? First time you heard it, what went through your head?
Drake's done.
I was just like,
that's literally what I was saying. Drake is done, and the reason
done.
why I say Drake is done, and what I mean by done is it's dirt on him that you cannot reverse.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's not something you say, I was just joking.
Exactly.
It's one of those.
You can't reverse it. It's like
there's no friendship after this, pretty much.
That.
Like if there was any chance of a friendship or even as a civil call truce, I feel like it's never going to be there. If they're ever at the same festival, for example, it's on site type of thing.
Yeah.
Forever.
Do you feel like he went too far?
No, you gotta. If you're dissing someone,
all is fair in love and hip hop.
Pretty much. Like if I'm dissing you, and he said because he went at his girl. Mm-hmm. He went at Pusha's girl, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna out you."
To be honest,
like he did like a soft thing, and Pusha kind of went.
To be honest, I think that was a weak argument by Push. I think Push just really wanted to get that shit out.
Oh, he did.
Like he was looking for anything. Like I think if Drake didn't mention what's her name, Virginia
Williams.
Yeah,
sorry.
Virginia Williams.
Sophia.
If Drake didn't mention Virginia Williams, I feel like it would be something else. Like, oh, you mentioned my bro.
Yeah, he would have found a way.
It's on site now. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it would have been anything. Pusha had this shit ready.
Yeah, this is not something he did not.
But don't get me wrong, Drake has this shit ready too. But I don't think Drake knew Pusha was going to throw this shit at him.
I feel like this came out of him out of nowhere. He probably expected Pusha to respond. Mm-hmm. And he's probably writing his bars down. And then he saw this bars and he's like, oh, this is not what I had.
Yikes.
So you think Drake is doing his homework right now to get back at Push?
Listen, man, I think...
They said out there that he's going to respond.
They said he's going to respond. My initial thought was the exact same thought that Charlemagne had shared on Brilliant Idiots.
So just quit?
Just
man. Stop. Just
quit while you're ahead.
It. But like, how can you go to a man's concert and like, I can't.
Because think about it like this. Like I said,
pull a Meek
there's money on, don't even pull a Meek.
No,
because
Meek just don't respond. Just
Meek did it more of a, I'm not responding, I'm a fade type of thing. And that hurt him a lot.
Drake can't do that.
I think what Drake needs to do is understand that he's A level celebrity and just say, hey man, Pusha went too far. I don't want to entertain this type. You know what? Okay, we'll get to the Kanye stuff in a second. But if Drake just goes like, you know what, Pusha went too far. You know, I do have a son, but it is my own personal thing. Whether I showcase him or not, I don't want him to live in the limelight. Mm-hmm. What was the other big shit again? It was the baby mom and then the blackface, or whatever.
And then the blackface, yeah.
Which is not even a big deal.
It's a big deal.
We'll get to that later. I don't think it's a big deal at all. You have to look at context, but obviously it was shock value that made people initially have a problem with that. And again, I would just simply say, hey, you know what? I mentioned his fiance, but the moment he starts mentioning my child, I feel like it's too far. I'm going to choose to take the higher road. I'm going to focus on Scorpion.
Damn.
Yada, yada, yada.
I can see that.
Like, otherwise, what would you do if you're Drake?
You really can't do anything.
You tell me, what would you do?
That's honestly your best argument, because he's not going to, like you said, he's not going to find dirt on him, so.
Okay, even if he has dirt, what would you do? If you had wild dirt on Pusha.
I'm dropping a track.
You're dropping a track,
yes,
okay.
we're taking out. If you're going to out me like this, I'm dropping shit on you too.
Okay, so now
and he's Drake. He has connects to get dirt.
So let's really think about this, right? So like we always say, we record on the weekends. We love giving the full story, the whole week, the chance to play out. So this is obviously the week of June 2nd, June 3rd, right?
Yeah.
Let's say Drake drops a track sometime this weekend or sometime before this episode comes out on Tuesday, right? Now it's at least a whole nother week of response.
Yeah.
Or let's say 3-4 days of response.
And we can sit on it.
Now it's going to give Pusha the pressure to respond again, which is going to eliminate another week of Drake's rollout. We're now looking at, let me pull up my damn phone to show you the damn, what's it called? The calendar on this one, because why would Drake want to ruin his own bag we're going to be talking beef all the way until the 16th of June?
That's why I don't think he's going to respond.
That's my point.
No, he's going to respond, but not immediately. He's
if Scorpion wasn't coming out in June, respond all the fuck you want.
I think he's going to respond.
If Scorpion was coming out in August or July, by all means.
No, he's going to respond, but he's not going to take it as quick as, you know how when he did a Meek, he came out back to back and then charged up. And he's not going to respond that quick. He's going to respond like maybe a week and a half. And then he's not going to respond. The Pusha's probably going to send something. He's not going to say
so Drake is not even on the New Age timeline shit.
No, he's going to drop Scorpion, get his Scorpion money. Probably like 2 weeks after Scorpion comes out and like other albums have come out, he's going to drop a diss track to Pusha. Now Scorpion's back up because now everyone's going to start listening to Scorpion again. Yo. Trust me, marketing 101. People don't know. Your rappers out here, they have a team of marketers that market them.
So it's almost like we're saying the same shit, but yours is like, he's still responding.
It's just going to be later.
It's just later.
Yeah. He's not in an eager way to respond because he's not going to fuck up Scorpion money.
Let's talk. Who was it that said? I know Budden says it all the time. I know Charlemagne says it all the time. Somebody said very recently, you're not going to hear the truth. I think it was on Joe Budden's podcast. And I think it was Joe Budden that said it. He said, you're not going to hear the truth that anyone has to say about anyone because everyone's making money off of everyone.
Yeah, I agree.
So, okay, you're right. You're holy shit. Okay, so now my mind is starting to go places. I think that, like you said, Drake is going to respond later. I think Drake is going to respond in July, if not early August, and it's going to have something to do with Nicki Minaj's album.
There we go. And he has a OVO in August.
OVO what, Fest or something?
Yeah, OVO Fest in August. When he performed back-to-back at OVO in 2014, he performed that song 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that was a huge track.
You're trying to tell me he's not going to try and diss a hot diss track?
After the fact.
Right before OVO? Same way he did back-to-back?
Do you know what day OVO Fest is?
It's a civic holiday weekend of Caravana.
What do they call it in the States? Who knows? But everyone knows Caravana.
It's Caravana weekend.
It's the same weekend as Caravana.
Let's put it that way.
Shout out to Toronto. We got fucking Caravana.
6.
They got to bring that Duce Palooza though.
Yo, it came All-Star Weekend.
What, Duce Palooza?
Oh, was it All-Star Weekend? Oh, no. They were in Toronto a few years ago. I remember seeing it. Yo, they should come for Caravana.
Yo, we need some more festivals.
Yo, Kaz.
We got Caravana.
Yo, the real life Kaz. Come to Toronto.
Shout out to Kaz.
Yo, I'm Nigerian
shout out
too.
to all the flavor too, guys. But yeah, man. Shit. Where else are we going with this Pusha shit? So again,
did he take it too far? Yes, no.
Did he take it too far? I don't think he did. I think all is fair in love and hip hop. I love that line. I'm sticking to that. All is fair in love and hip hop. I think what Pusha T, the reason why I mentioned earlier that I think Drake has literally no chance of winning this is because Drake has more on the line, money-wise. So Pusha works with Adidas.
That's true. Yeah, I was going to get to the Adidas thing
You're telling me there's not one fucking intern that is aware that Drake has a rollout called Adidon for his son Adonis?
Definitely. So they probably didn't know about the son. They probably just knew the name was
the name.
Adidon.
Okay. So there's like all these rumors as to say like, oh, did ASAP Rocky talk about this shit?
Do you think it was ASAP?
Nah, ASAP didn't talk about that.
Why not?
Shit,
so who knew about who do you think told Pusha about his son?
Bro, everybody talks.
You know, I feel like Kanye knew, Jay-Z knew.
Everybody talks. Right?
The uppers there knew.
Even ASAP was like, yo, like he tweeted it. I'm just gonna read it. He said, get off my dick, keep my name out that gossip shit. Who's providing tips? Quidditch at, is it Quidditch or Quidditch? Quidditch ass niggas are riding Harry Potter to find the snitch.
But that could be a lie.
At first, you know what? At first I believed it because I think they had said that ASAP may have had some shit going on with Drake's baby mom, which whatever. She's a vixen. She's a video vixen or a porn star, whatever the fuck she is.
She's out there.
Of course she's fucking around with bare industry people.
Oh, trust me, I'll fuck around with industry women if it was.
You know what I mean? Like the industry women fuck around with the same industry dudes. We know this. The same industry women fuck, or the same social media women fuck around with the same Instagram athletes. Models. We know this shit.
Oh, exactly.
It's no secret.
It's a circle.
Right? So you're telling me you have a disgruntled baby mother and she's not going to talk to anyone in the industry?
That's true. Definitely not.
ASAP or not.
Definitely.
She's not going to talk to a
Drake's
media
not going
outlet.
to talk to someone. Drake's going to talk to his
Drake's
boys.
not going to talk to his boys about
No,
it.
I always said, if you tell someone a secret, assume that one person is going to tell one person.
That's the thing.
And that one person is going to tell another one person. That's pretty much probably what happened.
And it's just like TMV, guys. Tell 6 mans to tell 6 more mans. And rely on them to tell 6 more mans in advance too. And then by the time you know it, everyone will know about us.
Pusha T will know about us.
Pusha T. Yuck. Shout out to Push.
Yuck. I love when he does that. Yuck. Pause.
Fuck. Where else did we want to go with this Drake?
I have
shit,
one
man?
question about the Drake before
ahead.
we.
We're not even ready to move on with Drake yet. Not even close to move on. But I completely forgot our timeline.
So was Drake in the GOAT convo?
Is Drake in the GOAT convo? I think Drake is definitely in the new age GOAT convo. I think when you look at this current generation, let's draw the parallels to basketball. He is
the LeBron.
Unfortunately, not unfortunately. Let me correct that. I don't want. It's not like I'm throwing shade. He has to be.
Maybe
LeBron.
he's not. Maybe he's not LeBron level like 2018 LeBron. Maybe he's like right now. He's probably like 2009 LeBron. Just
stop
to the
this.
finals for the first time.
This. Is this get swept by the Spurs, LeBron? Nah, don't do that.
Well, this beef is getting swept in the finals right here.
But hey, man, like I'm telling you, the beef is really impacting Drake negatively, and you know where it starts? It starts with his female audience.
Because they pictured him as this.
Man. Yeah. Pusha knew. Maybe this wasn't even intentional, but this was a great after effect. If I fuck up his female core by talking about being a deadbeat father, hiding a child, getting a porn star pregnant, and because we knew they tucked it away.
Yeah.
They paid her.
Oh, definitely.
To shut up.
Has the
they
money.
paid everyone around her
She
to
lives
shut
in
up.
France.
She lives in fucking France.
There's no pictures of the baby on her Instagram.
What is that kid then? Is the kid French, Canadian, Quebecois? What the fuck is that kid then?
Kid's
Black?
Canadian, American,
Quarter black,
French.
Who the fuck knows? But if you take away his female audience, that's what will start to destroy his image, I should say, right?
That is a good core of his fans, or is the female.
That's why I feel like the baby, like some people are looking at it like, oh, baby mom, whatever. He can hide his family. The blackface is really the problem here. I don't think the blackface is a problem at all. And I'm going to ask you about that in a second. I don't think the blackface is a problem at all. I think the baby mom is the bigger problem when it comes to his female fan base, which is probably where majority of his money comes from. Well, no, probably not.
A good portion
Bare
of his money.
dudes buy the OVO merch.
He had the merch, but then his concerts.
True, it's the women.
But go on. If I say anything else,
I don't even remember what my sentence was going to be. But let me just throw the question to you then, because you're talking about that blackface. Yeah, it sounds like you got a big problem with it.
Well, yeah, I feel like. Sure, the baby mama. I think baby mama is an issue. It is a bigger issue than the blackface, but blackface is still an issue. The baby mama is just kind of like, you're Drake. Like, why are you hiding this child? We're not saying you can't have a child. It's why are you hiding it? And they said he was going to talk about it in his album. I feel like that's complete bullshit. And he said that.
I think he would have talked about it on his album.
No, I think he just said that just to cover up his ass and make it seem like he was going to talk about it.
I think the problem is that he was going to roll out his kid.
With the album?
Like, he's rolling out the kid like this. Like he's making money off the kid. He's rolling it out because if you make this groundbreaking song, Drake has a child. It's on the album. Let me go check out Scorpion.
That's true. That's a hard song. Everyone's gonna listen to that song. They don't listen about how he talks about his child.
Or look at the Adidon rollout that we can assume was gonna happen. Drake comes out with the album. What's the best way to promote a clothing line with an album? Right? So album comes out. Whoa, there's a song about his son. Whoa, Adidas merch about his son. How old is this kid? Why are you rolling out your son as if they're a business?
It's money. It's money at the end of the day. It's all about who can make the most money. And
right? So now
his son is a business opportunity.
By showcasing that business, what it does is it shows his female audience, this dude is not the caring guy you think he is.
That's true. I can
He's
see
all
that.
about the money. He's just another rap nigga.
I wasn't looking at it that way.
He's just another rapper, dude. You know what I mean? He fucks strippers and has kids he's hiding. Or whatever. True. Right? You know what I mean? This is all alleged, of course.
About the blackface though, it's just the blackface. You don't do blackface. Doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white, if you're half black, if you're Drake, you do not do blackface. Blackface was never meant as a it was meant to make fun of black people. And sure, he meant to do it in a sort satirical in a satirical way. It's just no, you just don't do blackface.
Well, let me read a statement first, and then we'll kind of get on the blackface stuff a little bit. Just because I want for the viewers that maybe pulled a TLDR, too long didn't read. I'm gonna read it for everyone. So Drake, of course, came out with a response. This was right at the end of May. I think this was May 30th. He said, "I know everyone is enjoying the circus, but I want to clarify this image in question. This was not from a clothing brand shoot or my music career." He needs to learn his grammar a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. He says, "This picture is from 2007, a time in my life where I was an actor and I was working on a project that was about young black actors struggling to get roles, being stereotyped and typecast. The photos represented how African Americans were once wrongfully portrayed in entertainment. Me and my best friend at the time," why do you got to state that? At the time. Anyways, me and my best friend at the time, Mazen El Sadig, who is also an actor from Sudan, which makes Drake sound like he's from Sudan, were attempting to use our voice to bring awareness to the issues we dealt with all the time as black actors at auditions. This was to highlight and raise our frustrations with not always getting a fair chance in the industry, and to make a point that a struggle for black actors has not changed by much." So again, there is context to it.
Okay, it's like a white person saying the N-word. It doesn't matter if there's context, you just don't say it.
So
that's how I feel about blackface. You just don't do it.
So me and you obviously are not famous. Hopefully that's a yet. But if me and you had done blackface,
I would never do blackface. Okay, we'll go on.
Well, disclaimer: neither of us are ever gonna do it. But I'm just trying to play devil's advocate a little bit.
I know. I'm just being funny.
No, of course. If you and I were to do blackface, now we're two very evident black people. I am Jamaican, you are Nigerian, right? Like we're black. We're not like a half and half. It's just black.
100%.
Black. You know what I mean?
Black.
If we had done blackface and our message was, yo, people like us, people that look like us are getting no opportunity. Look how silly we have to look to even, you know what I mean? Like, can there be an explanation for me and you doing blackface?
Photoshop that. Don't actually do it. It's blackface was never meant as a, I don't know. It's just like the same thing as the white person saying the N-word. You just don't say it. There's ways around it. There's ways to get your point about without actually doing the blackface.
So you're saying there's other ways to showcase that black actors get have a barrier to entry or a glass ceiling or whatever it may be.
Exactly. Like, take a Photoshop. Photoshop is fine. I don't care if you do blackface with Photoshop because you're doing it. He's doing it for a reason. But you don't have to go all out. It's like saying, but you see, he went too far. That's why I think he went too far with this. Like, they had a right idea, but there is such a thing as going too far. And just because you're Drake, you don't get permitted. And Drake is half white. So it's still not even worse. Like, I don't say it's worse, but it is worse. You're not black.
I think it is worse. I mean...
And, blackface is just...
I think we can acknowledge that. I mean, like you said, blackface shouldn't be done in any instance. But I think a black person doing blackface versus a white person doing blackface is a big difference.
Yeah.
Therefore, scientifically speaking, I also think a half white person doing blackface in comparison to a black person is worse as well. Right? So, I mean, again...
I try to make this acceptable in my head. I just can't. Like, no, just don't... Just things you don't do.
It's
same
like,
way white people say, "Oh, it's in the song." It doesn't matter if it's in the song. You don't say the N-word.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, just don't do that one thing for me, please. You can do anything else, just not that one thing.
You can hint to it, just don't do it. So that's just my view of blackface, and I don't care why he did it. You don't do it, Drake. And
I can accept that.
Almost uninformed. Like, you just don't do it.
I can accept that. But I mean, how do you if Adidon was really going to be an Adidas rollout?
I'm copying it. Oh, sorry, that's not your question? I'm still copying it.
Well, it's probably going to be a kids wear line.
It's still copying it.
Don't kill me. Go to get the
biggest kid size.
Some big
extra,
kids
extra
nowadays,
large.
Yo. Shit, you buy a kid's XL, I'm fitting in that. Pause.
Right?
You know what I mean?
6% tax on that too.
How do you feel like it impacts the rollout though? Because I think it was going to be a huge mid-June rollout. Adidon is coming. Adidon is here. Adidon has arrived. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to start campaigns.
Hear the full story on Drake's album coming out on Friday.
It's probably going to be a song called Adonis Adidon or
right?
some bullshit.
Some
like
bullshit. So is Adidas like, yo?
Yeah, it fucked up Adidas heavily. They probably had millions of dollars in marketing invested. But sorry, go on. I cut you off.
No, but that's my question. Like, how do you feel this has impacted Adidas rollouts? Like you were saying, they probably had millions on the line.
Yeah, it's like when someone, as a sneakerhead, when you know the name of a sneaker, it's just that little like, ooh, like it's such a big deal for them to release. Here's the name. Here's how it looks. Now we're just going to get the look. We know it's going to be Adidon. It's like it kind of ruins the initial. Wow, like the shock value.
Yeah, the shock value.
The shock value of, wow, Adidon. Now it's just like, well, we've seen it coming. Pusha already told us.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Now we're just looking for a picture of what's going to look like, what it's going to look like.
And I think it was Andrew Schulz that had said, now you kind of tie the word Adidon to blackface.
Yes, I saw that and I was like,
there is going to be a loose connection because now you're going to think Adidon, you're going to think
the cover.
Story of Adidon, you're going to think blackface.
Yeah, the cover. You're going to think of Drake and Drake in blackface now. So do you think they're going to change the name? Would you change the name if you're Mark?
I wouldn't.
Because they've probably invested so much already.
I wouldn't because first of all, it's the perfect name.
It really is.
Let's just talk about it.
It's actually such a good
Let's
name.
acknowledge that. Like, Adidon.
Adidon's not a bad name.
They're going to do some shit like, add it on to your, you know what I mean? Like Adonis, Adidon, Adidas, like. Mm-hmm. I feel like at this point he named a kid Adidon Adidon. He named a kid Adonis
just for
purposely just to make millions with Adidas.
So it was Jordan. What would you call it? Jordan?
Oh my god.
Jordan. Damn.
Jordan. If it was Jordan.
Jordan 4 is Jordan.
Can we talk about how Nike is done, by the way?
Why are they done? They're not done.
Bro, I don't know, man. Adidas is taking over.
No, they're not. Nike, I think they released their quarter.
Takeover.
They released a quarter statement.
Breaks over.
For the first quarter.
God,
maybe I think it was last quarter.
Jehovah.
And out of like the top 3 lines, they were 1 and 2 with Nike and Jordan. Adidas was number 3.
What does Nike have going for them?
The fact that they're Nike.
I know, but like, come on, man. This is like
and
Windows.
They have Jordans.
This is like Windows while Apple was taking over. Everyone was like, but it's still Windows. Okay, talk to me. What does Nike really have?
They have the history.
The way I'm seeing it, Adidas is Apple.
Adidas
and Under Armour are Apple, and Nike is Microsoft at this point.
Definitely not.
How not?
Because Adidas is not going to take over the way Nike is.
Yo.
In the shoe market sphere, Adidas did go up. Maybe they only had 10% before. Right. They're at like 15 now, and Nike did go down, but Nike is still way, way ahead of. Like I think Nike is like 40% of every shoe sales.
Hey man, to me,
Adidas.
To me, you're just sounding like an Android user right now.
No,
I'm just sounding like a Windows user right now. It's all Apple at this point. It's all Adidas, baby.
No, it's not.
I'm obviously a huge fan of Adidas. This was way before they got big, or huge, I should say. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to my bias. Let's get into the fact that Jay-Z cleared that beat. So Pusha T, or I don't know exactly how it happens, but
we'll just say Pusha
it
T
is factually known that Jay-Z cleared the story of OJ beat for Pusha T.
And he knew it was going to be a further diss track?
Did he?
That's what I'm asking.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I didn't look up that far.
Okay. Did he know, like, did Pusha tell him, hey, I just need a beat? Or did he Pusha say, yo, I'm about to come at Drake on some blackface shit? Showed him the picture. And
Jay-Z probably knew.
I feel like Jay-Z would want to know, like, if he's hearing his beat, Jay-Z would be like, what exactly are you for? Send it to me before you
Because let's not forget Jay-Z and Drake have their unresolved beef.
They do.
It was over, not the reason for it, but I think Tidal versus Apple Music had a huge thing to do with it at one point.
It was before Tidal.
It was before that.
Because even Lil Wayne was dissing.
Lil Wayne and Jay-Z used to go at each other.
Point.
So obviously, it's camp versus camp. If we're talking getting Drake in the picture. Obviously, as Drake rises, like you say, is he in that GOAT conversation? I think
he still is. There's just some
minus the writing, the quote unquote ghost writing, whether it's fact or not. I think if you look at sort of body of work, how long have they been relevant, et cetera, you can say Drake is the modern day Jay-Z.
Okay.
Right? In terms of kind of that
popularity, sellout factor.
Like sell out a stadium at any time. He'll put out an album. It'll always go platinum. Yeah, isn't Scorpion on track to be fucking triple platinum already?
Is it? I don't know.
Some bullshit because God's Plan. What else is on there? God's Plan is on there.
The other one.
What's that track?
Not Sacrifice. I'm upset.
No, that track was trash.
It really wasn't. I really only heard like
What's
3
the other
times.
Drake track? Doesn't Drake have another track that
Immortal.
might appear on the album?
The one that came out with Scary Hour, the other one, Diplomatic Immunity.
Man, I don't even know. Man, I'm tripping. But God's Plan alone
God's Plan.
probably puts it at platinum before it even releases.
Probably.
Yeah. Let's make a quick album prediction. First week Drake numbers.
First week Drake numbers, if Cardi did 270,
Cardi
we'll say.
did what? So let's run through some numbers. So Cardi did 250.
Yeah, how much did Post do?
Posted like 450.
Okay, then Drake's doing
And
like...
Cole did like 400.
Cole did 400?
Something like that.
I thought Cole did like 3s.
No, he did like 400. 'Cause
Okay,
remember
Drake's doing 5 plus. Like, I'm doing
I
like...
think he's doing way more than 5 plus.
You know what? I'm lying.
Yo, Drake might pull a mill first week.
He's not going to do Mill first week.
I don't think so,
No one has
but
done Mill first week since like Lil Wayne, like Carter 3 or something.
but like the fact that Post, but then Psycho is huge.
Psycho was huge. But imagine Post Malone fans. I just picture they all like Drake. Just cause like
Yeah.
I can't see Post Malone fans not liking Drake.
That's true. That's true.
And then imagine all people that don't like Post Malone.
Okay, let's put a number to it.
680.
680. I think Drake. I'm gonna go wild, bro, because I'm not. Remember last time you said 80K for Cardi?
I don't know what I was on.
I'm reaching high. I'm reaching for the fucking moon, bro. I think Drake's first week numbers will come in. Now again, these are total numbers.
Random guess.
This is not just like hard copies or whatever. This is just what is the number that people come up with when they count the streams, when they count the hard copy sales, when they count whatever fucking formula they use. You know, the streaming game has messed all of the numbers up.
It really has.
Yeah, I think Drake, when it's all said and done, in week number 1, will pull minimum 850,000.
850 first week?
Minimum. Minimum. I think God's Plan is too big. I think God's Plan was huge immediately. There's 2 other songs that I'm completely forgetting about right now that will have huge numbers as well. Even I'm Upset has good numbers.
It does, but
that's probably not album.
You get the Drake just because it's Drake. Everyone's gonna listen to it the first try.
Exactly.
That's already like 2 million views, 2 million streams right there. Sorry, I'm lying. It's like 10 million streams right there just because your name is Drake.
That's true. But again, with the Jay-Z thing, so him clearing the beat, do you think it would have worked the other way around? Because let's remember, everyone makes money off of each other. So if Drake went to Hove and be like, yo, I need that story of OJ, do you think Hove would have cleared it for him?
No.
I agree with that.
I don't. I feel like
I think Jay would have been a little salty, like,
go
buddy,
do your own shit.
Yeah, you do your own thing, man.
Like, I don't want to get involved. That's what you'll say. I don't want to get involved.
I think so. It's not really for me.
Do you think that Drake's not a good guy in the music industry?
I think
he has all these bees. Like, doesn't it start to... Like, I was thinking the other day, maybe he's an asshole to people.
I don't think that...
Or not an asshole.
Not that he's an asshole to people. I think that Drake doesn't have a lot of industry relationships.
Yeah, okay, yes. There we go.
And I think what it could be... And again, we're all just shit talking. We're speculating at this point. We know nothing factual, and we're not hating on anyone, especially anyone that's getting their money. But
get your money anyhow you can.
I think it could just be like just Drake's personality.
Like it comes off wrong to people.
Like maybe it just comes off wrong to people. Like we know that we know Drake from way back, and I'm saying like we know his career, right? Yeah. So we've watched him on Degrassi.
I'm so fly.
We've watched the I'm so far gone Drake. We've watched Drake's rise to fame, and it almost became unbelievable when he became the alpha in the game. It was like, whoa, when did that happen? Because it's almost like we remember we remember when it was a 3-headed monster at Young Money? What was it? Sorry, Cash Money.
Young Money.
Him, Nicki, and Wayne.
Yeah.
At one point, you could make the argument Drake was third.
At one point, yeah.
At one point, because Wayne was on top of the world, and Nicki blew the fuck up.
Killing it at one point.
Right? So at one point, Drake was third. So now Drake is obviously first, and I think that his relationships don't go so deep with people. And to that point, it's almost like they just kind of stay on the surface. They fuck with him in the limelight, but behind the scenes, they're okay with punking him. That's what I assume. Again, I could be wrong. I don't really know.
I can see that. There are people like that, even in not music industry, not famous people, that they just come off the wrong way.
Yeah, it might be that.
They just don't have that
it might be a
social
swag.
like work skills. Like they can't make friends at work.
It might just be a swag too. Like Drake knows there's probably 5 people in the industry that could really fuck with him in terms of his popularity in the game. Like, who's really fucking with Drake when it comes to, I don't know, just notoriety.
No one is.
Right?
No one. Drake's been
and even when it
Drake
comes
level.
to bars, he's proved that he can hold his own. So now
I
he has
agree.
the bars, he has the song making ability, he has the popularity, he has the ability to maintain his celebrity, right? He has the good guy image.
Good guy Drake.
And then we see the dirt that's really behind him. The child and the blackface and all that other shit. So maybe in people's eyes, it's like, this dude comes off as a nice guy, but he's really not.
Yeah, I can
He's
see
really
that.
just one of us type of thing.
I can see that.
Maybe. I don't really know.
Did you hear Kanye diss him on his album?
Did Kanye diss him?
You didn't hear it? Oh, I can't remember what track it was. He didn't like say Drake's name, but we'll get to Kanye's album.
We'll get to Kanye's album very shortly because I have some strong opinions about that. I didn't hear that, but what I did see that Kanye tweeted actually earlier on the weekend. This was like on, I think it was Saturday, midnight type of shit. And this is what kind of confirmed for me that they're all in the same circle. I'm sure Kanye spoke with Drake. I'm sure Drake spoke with Pusha. I'm sure Pusha spoke with Kanye. When you think about it, don't think about music. Don't think about labels. Don't think about collaborations. What's the one common denominator between Kanye West, Pusha T, and Drake?
Are they all rappers?
They're all Adidas.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So they're all Adidas. So Kanye tweets, quote unquote, "I've never been about beef. I'm about love. Lines were crossed, and it's not good for anyone. So this is dead now." Unquote. With respect to the Pusha T versus Drake.
It's not dead. It's not going to be dead.
Is this Drake telling Kanye to say that? Because Drake might say, I might look like a punk if I say this, but if you say this, you're Pusha's boss.
That's true.
This is a whole nother acceptable avenue because Adidas spoke to all three of us and said, you guys are fucking up our money.
Legit. And they probably have like contracts.
And everyone makes money off of everyone. So like, is it fair to say Adidas may have had an intervention? And this beef really might be done.
I don't think it's done. I think Adidas did come in and say, yo, you guys are fucking up our bag.
I think so.
And they said, well, we'll see what we can do. And Drake probably said, well, if he doesn't come at me, I won't come at him. And Pusha was like, well, if he doesn't come at me.
Probably. And Kanye's like, fuck it, I'm stepping in.
But I don't think it means shit. At the end of the day, you think that shoe contract means a lot to them? I don't think it does. Especially not like Pusha. Kanye, yes.
I think it does because
not Pusha.
If you're talking percentage of sales, pair of kicks, $200 on average nowadays. If you get a percentage, right? That shit can add up. That shit's making more money than your album sales. We know album sales aren't the primary money making for artists anyway. We know it's tours.
It is.
Right? So, hey, if I don't have to go on a 50-city tour, if I can do a 25-city tour and make my Adidas money, I'm going to go ahead and do that. My body of work is already out. My album's already out. In Drake's case, more than likely, my album's already finished. I'm just remastering it at this point or mixing it and, adding different cuts here and there. So this is not going to have an impact to my discography. And this is not going to have an impact to my tours. But what this is impacting is my Adidas money. So if we continue, we all lose. And this is why I say Drake has 0% chance of winning because Pusha T is more willing to lose it all.
Now, let me put it this way.
In terms of Adidas.
Let me put it this way. Don't you think Adidas needs Drake and Kanye?
100%.
So if Drake goes, well, no, I'm going to respond, Adidas is not going to do shit. Because they're not willing to lose the amount of sales they'll get from making a Drake shoe.
Power of the white man.
Making a Drake.
The power of the white man. Image means a lot. A lot. Companies are almost willing.
Not anymore. Now any publicity is good publicity. Look at Whoa Vicky, Lil Tay.
Okay, and tell me which corporations are dealing with them. I know you're gonna say you're gonna talk about Atlantic and Catch Me Outside
because to them,
let me flip it to you this way. How out there has what's her name? Bad Baby?
I don't know.
Catch Me Outside.
Catch Me Outside girl.
How out there has Catch Me Outside been since her Atlantic deal? Think about it. Really think about it. Other than the Lil Tay, Whoa Vicky shit.
Well, they do tell them to calm it down.
That's
I know
my
that
point,
for a fact.
right? So Image at some point, and then she was at the Billboard. I can't believe she was nominated, but
She was not. Wait, for what?
Best Rapper. She's on the
Ooh.
chart. She charted.
Bad Baby?
Bad Baby charted with Nicki Minaj charted. Cardi B charted.
And she was in the same group as Best Rapper with
Dej
them?
Loaf may or may not have been in a nominee as well. She was nominated for a Billboard.
Oh God!
And she was at the Billboard Music
I would
Awards.
never go
Yeah,
to.
Billboard's
I would
a joke.
never take that award seriously. Even if I won, I'm like, no. How am I in the same category as a joke?
But my point is that these corporations, no matter how powerful of an image you are, okay, I'll give you a better example. And we kind of were going to touch on it, but I don't even know if we're going to talk about it because whatever, it came in the left. Roseanne,
Oh,
ABC.
They did come and leave.
right?
Oh, but that's
ABC
bad.
was making big money off of Roseanne. Roseanne has been known to be this racist bigot for years.
No, social
She
media.
did the whole fucking Jewish cookie shit. Right?
that was fucked up.
That was
That's another level. Like I'm
talk
like, you
about
don't-
blackface?
That's what I say. That's another level you don't go to.
I debate that is worse.
That is where. Oh no, it's just
Well,
as bad.
Yeah, I mean, let's not talk about whatever.
Yeah.
Right? We're not even comparing that. That's not the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is that it's been known the person that Roseanne is, right? So to some point, like you said, it almost doesn't matter if there's money to be made, whatever, fuck, sign them up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
To an extent.
to an extent.
There is
so
always-
that's the initial Roseanne relaunch, where it's like, oh, Roseanne's out. ABC's willing to pick up on it, even though they know Wanda Sykes is working on the show, even though they know what the kind of person that Roseanne is, right? And then it's like, you constantly showcase negativity. We don't want to fuck with you no more. So that could be an Adidas Drake thing. An Adidas, well, probably not Kanye West,
Yeah.
because his deal was probably more in his favor. But at the very least, the Adidas Drake collab has to be to a point where Adidas is saying, hey, man, we can't take this negativity.
I can
We
see
can't
that.
take this black shit. We
I
can't
can
take this
see
nigger
that.
shit.
They can
You know,
take
there's
this
people in the
ignorant
back
shit.
room
Yeah.
using the N-word and shit, but
Just
we can't
nigger
take
shits.
that, we can't take that, and, nigger with the ER shit. And I'm sure they told Drake to
I
calm
can see
down.
that. I could see that.
You know what I mean? But, like, I don't know where this beef goes. I personally think it's done, and I personally think this Kanye...
I don't think it's like he
Tweet.
called out his dad. He called out his mom. He called out his baby. He called his baby dad. His baby moms. He called
took
out
a lot of fucking
He took
shots.
called out baby. He called out Lil
Dennis
Wayne.
Graham, a Steve Harvey suit wearing
Yo,
nigga.
that like
Yo,
killed me.
Steve Harvey is probably tweeting like, what that shit got to do with me?
He called his mom lonely. He outed his baby moms. He outed his shoe deal.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think.
However, if
my
Drake
hot
is smart, stay away from Pusha T.
my hot take
Like
was
Charlemagne said, I'm gonna get to your hot take in a second, but Charlemagne said, never fuck with somebody that
has less to lose.
has less to lose than you.
I should do that. I should do that when I used to drive my old car.
Yep.
I would cut
Yeah.
people off.
Remember
And like,
that shit?
you're driving a Lexus. I'm driving a
Remember that shit?
2002 Mitsubishi Lancer. I'm cutting you off because you have more to lose in your car than I do.
Yo, I remember I was in the 99 Mazda Protege, bro. I'm switching lanes with no caution.
Yo, you
Not
have
to make
more
myself
lose.
sound like a reckless driver, but
Yeah.
I have
Back
no
then.
worry. If
Yeah.
if you're in your at the time, what was it? 012. If you're in your 2012 Mercedes,
You're not going to want to hit
S-Class,
that class. You're not going to want to hit me.
I dare you to hit me.
You're going to pay way more than I would have to.
My whole car costs less than your repair.
Legit.
So you tell me what you want to do,
That's
and I
a-
think that's what Push is doing right now.
Hey, like, I have nothing
You
to
tell
lose.
me.
All
I
you're
got
doing
no
is selling
dirt.
my album.
Okay, you might make me lose 100K. Let me make you lose 10 mil. Let's do this, Drake. If you really want to do this.
Yeah.
What was
that's
your
true.
hot take? You had a hot take.
Oh, my hot take was it kind of didn't happen, but I was like, Pusha T is going to be on every good music album coming out, and it's going to be taking shots at Drake.
We thought that was gonna happen.
I thought that was going to happen, but
We
then
thought, man. Let's get to this Kanye,
Kanye
shit,
album.
man.
First listen.
Before anything, I want to talk. We did release a poll shortly after the album was available on everywhere, Spotify and all
was
that
it
stuff.
Apple? I thought it was on Apple Music. Someone,
Was it from day one?
I heard someone say it wasn't Apple
I thought you
Music.
had to be in
Well, I could
Wyoming. No,
Yo, I'm
you're
done.
telling me
He
people-
live streamed his
Yeah, he live streams or some shit. But
thing. I missed it. I'm so mad I missed it.
I don't give a shit about missing it.
I listen to Kanye. I love Kanye.
Be in
Pause.
Wyoming. Got to be in Wyoming. But
But
yeah,
anyway,
no,
go back to the poll.
We introduced a poll. We said, what are your initial thoughts of this album? The album is called Yay. Simple
Yay.
name. Apparently on the cover, obviously he just used the iPhone pencil feature He probably did it on WhatsApp. Isn't that the default WhatsApp edit image color? That blue writing or whatever shit. What did he put?
You think that's his picture? He took it from someone, like a stock picture. Or he bought a stock picture.
I think he bought a stock picture. I think they had it ready.
Whitney Houston.
Yeah, I think they had it ready. I think they were going to use that image the whole time to some capacity. And then he just, like I said, he opened up WhatsApp, typed in Kim or BM or baby, sent the pic, was going to send the pic to her, saw the pencil, be like, let me just edit this pic a little bit. Babe, what do you think? I like it. Done.
She ever says no to Kanye?
Done. That's the album cover. But what's taking me so long just to read the poll results? Anyways, so I said, is Ye's album fire or trash? 82% of the voters had said it was fire. 18% of the voters had said it was trash. Garbage. So let's talk about that. Fire or trash? Kanye's album. Go.
As a work of art, trash. As an album, like as a music piece, fire. Like he's talking about deeper stuff. It's not yeah, I went to a club, I fucked a bitch, I took her home, I have cars. Like he was talking about personal issues. He talked about like the women in his life and like violent crimes. I think it's not one of his better albums altogether, but I think just understanding Kanye, getting into his head, it's a good album.
I have a hot take.
Go.
Is this Kanye's worst album of all time?
No.
What is?
I still put 808 Break. I don't
No way.
It's not his worst album, but if I was to rank his albums,
we're not okay, first of all, disclaimer. All of Kanye's body of work is good.
Yeah, it's like I'll give
very good at the very least.
I mean, like 7 and above is what I give.
Yeah, so we're sort of talking about the worst of the best, right? So to me, this is Kanye's worst album.
No.
How do you like?
I still think Life of Pablo is worse.
College dropout, late registration, graduation, and then tier C is the Yeezus, Life of Pablo, Ye.
Yeah, 808 Heartbreak.
808s as well on that list. But you know what, man? I still got to stick to it. I think this is his worst album. My initial thoughts were this. I heard it. At first, I was just listening on my phone. Now, I'm the type of person that likes to listen in different environments before I really give my opinion. So I like to listen with headphones. I like to listen on my phone without headphones. I like to listen on my TV. I like to pull it up in the car while I'm driving, just to kind of get different shit that I may or may not have heard the first time listening to it. At first, what I said to myself was this. Not even at first, but just overall, what I said to myself was this. And I think you kind of mentioned it too. The depth of the lyrics are really good.
Yes.
He talked about some shit on there that really made you go like, whoa. Like talking about Kim Lee. Oh, he basically said, okay, Kim, leave me as a result of the slavery MAGA comments stuff. And the whole MAGA shit. MAGA, shit.
He talked about like women in his life.
He talked about women in his life.
Crimes. He talked about his mental state.
Yeah, his mental state. He said his mental state was a superpower, not a disability. So there's a lot. Cheating. You're getting a lot of volume of content. But my problem with the album is this. Think about Kanye. Think about Kanye's body of work. Think about what Kanye is capable of doing. Yep. And ask yourself, is this a good album? Yes. Is this a good Kanye album? No.
Yeah, that's what I said. As a work of art.
That's the way I see it.
As a piece of art, if I was to say, listen to this is a good work of art, I would not give it to Zig. This is altogether. I don't know what makes a work of art, but this is just missing.
I feel like low-key there was 2 throwaway tracks on there.
You think so?
Low-key.
What was your favorite track off this?
My favorite track was that one with 070 Shake, yo. What the fuck's her name? 070 Shake? Is it 70 or
070?
Yo,
I call it 070 Shake.
That's my takeaway from this album is 070 Shake is fire.
Yeah, she's hot.
Fire.
Did you hear the Kid Cudi on this? Everyone's saying if this is a taste of what the album's about to come out.
Yes.
I am amped for this album.
Remember what I was saying? I don't know if you remember, right before Daytona came out, I had said that the Kanye album, the Kanye individual album is actually the one that I'm looking least forward to. Said that. This confirmed it. Put
I
it
was
that
looking
way.
forward to it.
I heard it. I was like, you know what? These are good, but these would be 10 times better if it was Kids See Ghosts.
Oh yeah.
If
That one
if it was
track-
Cudi Kanye on each of these 7 songs, the album would be 10 times better. But now it wouldn't be a Kanye album,
And then it
right?
comes
So
up.
now you're looking at it as, okay, just a Kanye album. And I'm saying to myself, like, I don't think it's that hot. Like, I really think there's like 2 throwaway tracks on there. I just want to freaking pull up that track list. The intro, low key, is a throwaway track.
The intro could have.
It took half the damn song before the song started.
I kind of got chill. Like, is this how the album's going to be?
I was cheesed, bro.
I do not want to start every song.
That's
like
what I'm
this.
saying. He's like, I just thought about killing you.
I was like, Kanye.
You know, I love myself more, and I thought about killing myself.
But it had to pay about his
So
bipolar.
you know, I thought about killing you.
It had to pay with his whole bipolar
But he
situation.
was repeating it over and over, and I'm like,
It was
bro,
annoying.
A minute and a half in, I'm like, is this gonna be the fucking? There's 7 songs.
See, that's why I
now,
said.
mind you, when Daytona came out,
Daytona was fire.
Daytona was 7 songs of substance.
Yeah.
We talked about, is 7 songs the new blueprint?
I still think it is.
I still think it is too.
The thing about Kanye is like you said, that the intro, it's a deep intro. It's what
Yes.
talk about bipolar, but
Yeah, there is a
it's just
deeper meaning.
not a work of art. It's
I
just
think we just wanted. We have to remember too. Kanye doesn't just spit. Like, he
Kanye
makes music,
produces.
right? Yeah, he doesn't just
no
spit.
one makes Kanye's music like Kanye makes music.
He's not like a Pusha T where it's like first 10 seconds is just bars. It has to be an intro.
Kanye puts 8 people on the track somehow and it still fits in 3 minutes. And you're like,
that Yikes track.
yikes.
was
That
deadly.
was, oof. I want to
my
bump that in my car,
God.
max volume.
That Yikes track was stupid. And then again, the which one was 070 Shake on? Was it Ghost
She was
Town?
on 2 tracks.
Was she?
She was on Ghost Town and I think Violent Crimes.
Well, the one that she got like more shine on.
Oh, it was Ghost Town. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna wake up every morning listening to her verse.
She's not bad still. My favorite track was All Mine.
All Mine. Which one was that again?
That was the 3rd track.
Yeah, but like, what was it about again? I'm trying to remember.
It was about cheating. It's one where he goes, Christian Mingle made Christian.
Oh yeah,
Christian
Mingle.
almost made Tristan.
Oh, that is my favorite track.
That's
then.
my favorite
What
track.
am I talking about?
And Valet's on that track.
Yeah.
First of all, someone brought this to my attention, and someone said Kanye is showing how to use your artist under your record label. He put Valet's 070 Shake on his album. Now everyone's like, who are these people? I want to listen to their music.
He did
And
the
they're
perfect
signed to-
rollout for them.
Yeah. Someone's like, that's how you...
It's
Why isn't
awesome.
Drake doing this to OVO? Just saying. But not to bring it back. But he's just saying, like, that's how you put them on your album. You give them good shine. Like, he gave Valet a good chorus.
And he gave 070 Shake a
good
verse.
And you're just
bro.
like, that's how you put it. Let's get a full feel of these people. And now I want to see these people.
So Kanye is passing the torch, it seems.
I don't think he's done yet.
I think he is, man. I think
we're into producing.
Kanye's
he's gonna be
done
producing.
as an elite
rapper.
And
Yes, I agree.
I use that term kind of loosely because again, we know he's not he has bars. Kanye has super bars, but we know his game is not. I'm gonna outpen you.
Oh no,
We know that's not his
never
game.
style.
His game is I'm gonna make the perfect song, and I'm just gonna shit on you that way.
Whoop did he scoop?
Let's talk about that. I wanted that to be on the album. Where was that?
I did not want that on the album.
You didn't want that beat on the album.
The beat, yes, but I didn't want that
Okay,
song.
obviously
I thought
not
you
the
meant,
Whoop Diddy
the Whoop Diddy
Scoop.
Scoop. Okay,
But remember we
beat-
had some hot takes. We
Yeah.
said Whoop Diddy Scoop is a real song.
I thought it was a real song.
And I think Pusha T said it was a real song too.
it must have been like last minute removed.
It has to
Knowing
be. Or I have a hot take. So
It's on a different album.
when I heard Ghost Town, that's the one with 070 Shake
Yes.
with the hard ass motherfucking verse. And she's basically saying like I still touch the oven to see if I still feel pain or whatever it may be.
I love that line.
My goodness. Correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe I was the only one feeling this way. Doesn't that feel like a song that should have been on Kids See Ghosts? The song is called Ghost Town.
Everyone says it was supposed to be like everyone thinks it's an intro to
Yeah, so
it
I
must have
think
been
it's
a
an
removed
intro.
track from Kids See Ghosts.
Maybe.
It's a track that should have made it.
Maybe it's a throwaway track. I think that you need
yes,
to use...
there we go, throwaway track.
I think you need to use 070 Shake with the same verse as the intro to Kids See Ghosts. I think song number 2 of Kids See Ghosts need to be the Whoop Diddy Scoop beat. with Kanye and Cudi on
Cudi?
there. How like
That would be fire.
if the album starts like that with
That
the
would be
070
fire.
shake on the intro, and then you get Cudi on there, you get Ye on there, and then you throw the whoop-de-dee scoop the way everyone fucking wanted that,
Whoop to scooped, yes.
and then you have 5 more tracks to deal with of Cudi and Kanye. That'll be probably the album of the good music release. Let's call it good music releases. Good
Surgical Summer. Surgical Summer.
Nah, that's Pusha T's thing, no?
Yeah, he called it, but that's what he meant by Surgical Summer. Like the fact that they're releasing music
so
every.
okay, so
that's
when
what
you
he
had that
meant.
hot take, you thought Surgical Summer meant every Kanye release, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna throw bars at you.
Yes, and Kanye's releasing music every week
I think.
for like up until like middle of July or something.
Who's
like that.
next? Kid See Ghost is next, right?
Yeah, Kid See Ghost is next. It's gonna be so fire.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
be
then
stupid.
so that I think that whole thing now he called it Cruel Summer.
Cruel Summer,
Now
yeah.
it's just called Surgical Summer.
Okay, so let's
Snip, snip,
snip, snip, snip, tick, tick, tick. It's episode 666. Jeez. Let's end it with a rating. How would you rate?
Wait, sorry, before we get there, did you see the Drake diss?
No, that's what I'm saying. Show me that shit, because I didn't see that.
Go pull the lyrics quickly. I lost it.
Pulling up the lyrics, man. We're doing this, man. We're fact checking for the first time.
So it was on No Mistakes. I know that for sure. It was on No Mistakes? Yeah, it was on No Mistakes. He said, ain't no love lost, but the gloves are off, and we up in this bitch until the club turn off. Oh, until they until they turn the club off. Had to tell the dogs turn the snub off. And a few lines later, there's the ad-libs. He goes, these two wrongs will right you. I was grown in high school. The true soul of Ice Cube. Again, I'm skipping lines like ad-libs.
Yeah.
Too close to snipe you. Truth told, I like you. Too bold to type you. Too rich to fight you. Calm down, you light skin. And everyone says that's a diss at Drake.
Whoa.
Man
Whoa.
said too bold to
Whoa.
type you. Too
Now-
rich to fight you.
Okay, hold on. I got to pause for a second because I didn't realize that at all.
I was saying her calm down, you light skin.
I
was like,
did
whoa.
not. What song is
This
this?
is No Mistake.
Why did I not take that in?
It's on the first verse.
Holy shit, okay.
It kind of like, it took me like on the second or third listen. Probably like, I heard calm down, you light skin. I was like, wait.
How many times you bumped the album at this point?
At this point, I probably was like, honestly, 7 tracks is so good. With a drive, I'm done. Literally, like 45-minute drive, and
A lot
I'm
of people
done.
hate it. The 20-minute albums.
I love that. Are you kidding me? Give me time to listen to other stuff.
It's an EP. If you call it an EP, I'd love it more.
Nah, it's not an EP, it's an album.
It's an EP.
Kanye's dropping albums.
They're EPs.
I've bumped it like at least 5 or 6 times so far.
Shit. Okay, so I didn't take that in.
Because I wanted to make sure I was not.
But then again, the tweet comes out. The beef is done.
I don't think it's
I'm all about love. That, to me, that says even more at this point that Adidas made that call and said, you guys better figure your shit out.
I don't.
Because if Kanye went at him, okay, I gotta fuck that whole Adidas shit for a second. Do you feel like Kanye rushed this album?
I think he did. No, I think he did last minute edits.
I feel like he did too many last minute
A lot
edits.
of last minute edits. Like this line right here. If it was a shot at Drake, it must have been edited in the last week and a half.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, no. Like,
And then he mentioned the MAGA stuff,
Yeah.
which only happened 3 weeks ago.
a few
4
months,
weeks
like about a month ago.
a month,
So.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's just
meant-
like it's so recent for him.
Everything is
to
too
be-
recent.
If this album was done 2 months ago, there's no way all this stuff is all this recent stuff is on it.
And that's why I don't feel like it's a good. I don't feel like it's a great Kanye album.
It's not.
So to me, it's just a good album. It's not a great Kanye album.
Rate it.
Now again, I'm gonna rate it in a second, but I will say I am somebody that gives fair chance. This is not my final rating of the album. I'm still gonna bump the album all summer.
That's all I was going to do.
I'm still gonna enjoy the album.
Hell yeah.
I'm still gonna listen to that 070 shake verse every morning.
Does she have a
She has a
mixtape out or
project.
something?
She has a project that came
It's
out
on
in
Spotify?
March. Yeah, it's on Spotify.
I'm about to take that in.
It came out in March. Now, for those that haven't really took her in, the way that she sounds to me is like a Rihanna meets Tiana Taylor. Like
Like
to
a
me,
rapper, singer
personally.
type.
And then like just in terms of her style of music, it's almost like that. It's kind of been coined like that dirty R&B, like the Weeknd type of shit.
I see what you're saying. Like,
So it's kind of been coined that like Eric Bellinger type of shit.
yeah. It's like it's not really singing, but it's sort of singing.
In that sense, like, Remember that track? Remember that track? Brooklyn, we go hard, we go hard.
Sounds familiar.
I don't remember it, but I'm dating myself. But like it reminds me of that. Like it just reminds me of that kind of swag to it, or like the perfect example that I kind of compare it to, and I'm sort of only basing this off of her verse on Kanye's album. And I did bump her project like once. So fair warning, this might not be accurate. It reminds me to some degree of Rihanna's Anti album.
Okay.
And I think that's Rihanna's best album.
That is one of Rihanna's better
Not
albums.
one of, I think it's her best album.
I gotta
Anti is
go
a
see her work.
Yo.
But Anti was a good album. I remember bumping that.
That was a great album. That's probably Rihanna's
Kanye knows how to work with these alternative
That's the thing.
hip hop. Like Kid Cudi. Imagine Kid Cudi was signed to like good music. I feel like he would not good music. Wow. If he signed to like let's say Cash Money, they would not use them well. Like Kanye knows how to produce these people, and that's why I love Kanye's artists, good music artists, because
Cudi's a pioneer, man. When it comes to this whole current sound. You know what I'm bumping lately? I'm bumping Man on the Moon.
Oh yes, I was bumping that.
Bumping Man on the Moon. The sky might fall. The sky might fall.
A B
and I'm not worried. You know what it is.
B, C, 1, 2, 3.
We ain't gonna ruin the ears of the viewers. But rate the album. I would for now. I gotta go 7 out of 10 for now.
In 2 days of listening to this album, 5, let's say through all listens, we'll give it a 7.5. Like I said, it's not a work of art, but the content is amazing.
Okay, so now to give people a comparison, let's talk about Kanye's other bodies of work. So I think Twisted Fantasy is a 10 out of 10.
Hands down.
Do you agree with that?
100%.
College Dropout, what would you rate that?
9.
That's a 9 for me as well. Late Registration?
9.
9 for me as well. Graduation?
8.5.
Graduation, I give a 9.5.
Yeah, I know you had Graduation ranked.
I have it a little higher.
Yeah, I didn't have it.
808s?
7.
I have to give it 7 only because I didn't really take it in. I just know the pioneer effect it had on it.
It was too early for its time, I think.
It's Sega Dreamcast.
It was auto-tune. Like, who
it
at
came
that
out
time?
way too early.
Who's auto-tuning their voice? Why is they auto-tuning their voice?
Yeah.
Not every rapper out here
But
auto-tunes
again,
their voice.
it still became a blueprint, right?
Oh, it did, definitely.
Nonetheless,
still a 7.
Yeezus, the most hated album by most people.
So
That one didn't even go
7.
platinum.
It didn't. 7.
Whoa, no, it is. It did. Never mind.
It did?
Yeah, but
7. It probably took longer than.
Yeah, it definitely took longer. Yeezus for me is.
That's 7.
I think when it's all said and done, Yeezus will go down as his most underrated album. I don't think it'll be 808s. I think it'll be Yeezus.
I think it's an underrated album, but I just don't think it's
that good.
It's not that great
Fair
of an
enough.
album.
Pablo?
7.5.
I liked Pablo a lot, man.
I did like. But thing about Pablo, I like Pablo. I didn't like it.
What was so weird to me was that I listened to Pablo a lot, I'm not going to say I had it up there with his other bodies of work, but I had saw that as not only a great album, but also a great Kanye album. And it was only until I had conversations with other people. Other people were like, no, like, we're not feeling it that much.
A lot of people did not feel it.
And I was like, what the fuck?
And again, I'm a Kanye stan, so everything he does is amazing to me. So
holding that stan title.
But TLOP, Life of Pablo, yeah.
I got to go 8.
7.5, 8.
Yeah.
It was an amazing album. I think it was such a good... Like, it almost went back to the college registration type of feel. Like, he seemed more happy on it
like Real
than
Friends.
Yeezus. Because Yeezus was right before Yeezus, right? Yeezus was the album before it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeezus was more of like had like such a downer,
that one was just,
sour tone to
it was just so out there. Like, it came out so quick.
The beats were so
simplistic.
And then Yeezus came out. Not Yeezus.
They didn't use a lot of. I don't think he used a lot of samples in that one.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of came out. I think it came out, but it was a long time.
It was 3 years, right?
It was 3 years.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. His mindset was probably different.
That's true.
We got a
so we got a refreshing album 3 years later.
Exactly. The
Yeah,
last Kanye we had was.
I give Life of Pablo an 8. But let's get off this Kanye stuff, man.
Shout out to Kanye.
This is 2 weeks in a row, man. This is too much Kanye, too much Pusha T, guys. We want to talk about some other shit. A lot of some other. I'm not gonna say a lot because I don't know what else came out, but there's definitely some other new music that came out. That new Black Thought album came out, so. That one was called Streams of Thought, Volume 1. You listened to it.
Can I lie? Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead.
I listened to 2.5 songs, and then I heard Rhapsody, and I just went to go start listening to Rhapsody. I started listening to Rhapsody the rest of the day.
And then you bumped Layla's Wisdom after
Pretty
that.
much. I'm like halfway through Layla's Wisdom now. So, but the 2 I bumped, It was, yeah, it's like, it's definitely Black Thought. Like,
Yeah.
if you know his rap style, it's him. He's a conscious rapper. He's not
Mm-hmm.
rapping about being in the club. So
Now, for those for whatever reason that haven't heard any of Black Thought's shit, I'm not going to ask you to go into his discography.
Wait, he's gonna go down. Where's Black Thought from?
The Roots.
Okay, no, I'm saying for people that don't know.
Oh, for the okay.
No, I know where he's from.
I'm saying, I was like, oh,
saying
hold
for the
on.
people that don't know, he's
You
one
almost
of the,
offended me.
He's one of the rappers that's on the Roots.
Yeah, so he's from the Roots. For those that don't know, one of the best lyricists over the last 20 years, very easily. And again, for those that don't really know his body of work, I'm not going to ask you to listen to his music. What I'm going to ask you to do is, was it Funk Flex? Where did he do that freestyle? That 10-minute freestyle?
I think it was Funk Flex.
I think it was Funk Flex. Just go listen to that Funk Flex freestyle. 10 minutes. It's literally straight lyrics for the entire 10 minutes. He literally destroys it. That's the only thing you need to listen to. And then for anyone that has not listened to Black Thought before. So again, this is called Streams of Thought Volume 1. 5 songs. I was satisfied with it because he said Volume 1. And that to me said, well, shit, we're getting more Black Thought, and that makes me happy. So I'm not going to be too critical of the fact that it is only 5 songs. Like you mentioned, there's some really good features on there. So Rhapsody is featured on there. Who else was featured?
T.I. on it or something?
Was T.I. on there?
Just someone on there. I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
Styles P.
Yes, I'm immersing that.
Killed it on there.
That was like the 5th track. I did not get there.
As a 4th track.
I didn't get that far.
He dropped a stupid fire verse on there. Good thoughts for now, man. There's not really too much to say about it. He's not really someone that's going to try to be in the limelight.
That's not his.
He knew he was releasing the same day as Kanye.
He didn't care.
He didn't care.
When you get to that age, you have your core fan base. And
that's the thing. He knew it was for his core fan base, and he knew it was for people that like sort of the lyricism side of hip hop. So he wasn't too worried about it. I don't have a rating for now.
Yeah,
I've only listened to it twice, so I'm not going to give a premature rating. But more new music news, man. Yo, there's a tweet. No, was it a tweet? No, it was a tweet. There was a caption on Instagram that came out from Mr. Meek Mill. He said, "The streets have been calling for new flame. I got y'all. #4 corners."
Ooh,
what are your thoughts?
We're getting a single next week?
What do you think we're getting? What do you think that post means?
Oh, we're getting music soon. From Meek.
Of course, but is it an album? Is it a single?
I think it's a single. They're not. He's not to just drop an album.
Do we have hot takes? Is this related to Drake and Pusha at all? Is Drake is Pusha?
No, Meek's not going to step in.
He ain't fucking around with that.
He lost bad already. And
he's boys with Rick Ross, and Rick Ross is boys with Pusha, and yeah.
I think Meek lost already. He's not going to try and get in this just.
But is he going to collab? I'm just throwing some bullshit hot takes right now.
I don't think so.
You're going to collab with Drake?
I don't think so.
Nah, nothing like that?
No.
So, okay, but now...
I don't think they're friends like that. I feel like they're just cordial.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
For sure. We're cool now. We're not going to beef.
Exactly. Like, we won't fight on sight. But
pretty much.
You go your left, I go right. We're
is Meek Mill ready for the responsibility that he has now?
Of being a top music artist?
Of just being a prominent figure in hip hop, because
let's see him drop a single and I'll let you know.
So, but like, what do you want from Meek? Do you want your typical Dream Chaser shit, or do you want like
I want
a whole new Meek?
You remember remember his first album, Dreams and Nightmare? I want that Meek back.
So you want typical Meek?
Yes, like that's a Meek we like.
You don't feel like you want like a grown Meek? Like this is a Meek that like,
you know what,
has some social justice shit to talk about now? Like you don't want that kind of Meek?
I kind of do, but
you just want intro.
I still want old Meek. Like I like his energy.
I'm ready.
I don't want him to leave that energy. I want that Meek energy. Meek gives you energy.
I'm ready for that Meek shit, man. I think, what did we say before? What did we say? We said it, I think, 2 episodes ago. Meek is dropping in, did we say November?
Oh, no, yeah, we said fall, October.
Do we want to revise this? Again, now this could just be a single, or this could just be a song that gets released on Apple Music.
Maybe different features. Maybe just a feature on it.
But are we ready to revise that album guess?
If I said October, November, then I'm sticking with October, November.
I'm changing mine. I said November.
And would you change your thing sooner?
No, I got a hot take. I just thought about this right now.
Go.
When was Nicki Minaj's album delayed to?
I was going to talk about Nicki Minaj's album. No, about that. Nicki Minaj's album.
trash. It's gonna be trash. It's gonna be
August, like
20 something.
Yeah. You think it's gonna be hot?
I think it'll be trash.
Are you looking forward to that album?
I think it'll be trash.
I'm low key looking forward to it.
I want to look forward to it. I like Nicki's music. I think
Why
she
did Nicki
has
fall
two
off?
smashes this summer.
Chun-Li.
She fell off. So I was listening to
Chun-Li.
Joe Budden, and this is where really I got all my insight from. I'm not gonna lie when it comes to all this Nicki stuff. So think about the bigger rappers in today's game. It's Nicki, it's Drake,
Yeah.
it's Childish Gambino. It's who else would you put in that A tier of rapper?
Like number 5 rappers.
Like
Cole.
Yeah, like Cole to some. Okay, Cole, Kendrick. Okay,
Jay-Z,
let's leave it at that.
Beyonce.
Forget those ones for now. Let's just leave it at that. Think about all the names that I just said, and think about how all of those names were able to adapt to the streaming game. Gambino, This Is America. Cole doing fucking interviews with Lil Pump and openly admitting, hey guys, I know shit about this social media shit. And that type of ignorance makes them look cute, pause. And you know what I mean?
Heavy pause.
It allows him to adapt to the streaming game. And then KOD puts up huge numbers. Think about Drake, no words needed there. Think about, who else did I say? I don't even remember who else I said. But think about all those people and then think about Nicki. Nicki has never adapted to the streaming game.
Yeah, Nicki She's
still doing interviews with Zane Lowe. Why aren't you on Breakfast Club? Why aren't you on someone's podcast? Why aren't you on Joe Budden's podcast?
Yeah, she needs to
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need to adapt with the times.
She's never been on Breakfast Club.
And Nicki is
either.
stuck in 2013,
She
2012.
That thing, her music did not evolve.
She's still making radio tracks.
It's it's not about radio.
You don't need to make radio tracks anymore. You just need to make tracks that end up being on the radio. Right?
Yes.
So she's still stuck in major label, make a this song, make a that song, make a that song. And unfortunately, that's not what people want to hear anymore.
It's not.
Right? Like, even when Cardi's album came out, people liked it, but a lot of people were like,
It's off now. It's just...
She tried too much. And I feel like that's what Nicki still does, is she still tries too much to make the radio record, to make the love record, to make the hard record, to make the singing record.
That's probably what her label's telling her to do, unfortunately.
Make her be her. Nicki is a presence in and of herself.
Look, the record label's paying these people, they're spending millions on these people. They want a certain thing and they believe, I'm not saying it's right, but they believe,
I agree.
Because they're spending millions on you, they deserve to control your vision, your music output.
The labels were also tone deaf to.
Oh yeah, they just see dollar signs. That's all they see. Dollar signs.
They see perceived dollar signs. They don't see the fact that they made they don't see the fact that they could have made 10 million. I'm just throwing arbitrary numbers. They don't see the fact that they could have made 10 million from that project. They only see the fact that they got 5 million from that project.
They don't see.
So they don't really know how to strategically.
They're trying to go for 20 mil. They're not trying to go for the strong 10 mil. If that makes sense. Like they're willing to risk more to make 20 than to go for the solid 10. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I get it, but whatever, man. I don't know that Nicki shit. But like I was saying with the hot take, I think Meek is gonna release a project very close to Nicki.
No, I don't think
whether it's a week before or whether it's a week
that.
after. I think he's ready, man. I think he's ready to be petty AF and do some dumb shit.
He won't do that.
I think he will. So I'm revising. If Nicki's coming out late August, I'm revising my Meek Mill album estimation
to September?
To first week of September.
Jeez.
Or last week of August. I don't know exactly which day Nicki's coming or
no one cares
how it works with the work. No, don't say that. Nicki's still on top.
Like Nicki's nice, but like,
Nicki's still on top.
I'm not dying for her album.
Let's talk about Rihanna for a second.
Ooh.
Because first of all, we need new Rihanna music. She's been quiet.
Yeah, she's been booed up.
She's gonna. Do you know what she's gonna do?
Stuff.
I know exactly what she's gonna do. She's gonna do a Beyonce Lemonade thing.
What, video album?
No, just release it.
You know, she's big enough to do that.
Did Beyonce talk about Lemonade at all?
You gotta be big enough to do that.
And Rihanna is.
Remember when Tyga tried doing that shit?
Oh God.
He released something without telling anyone.
Oh God.
That shit's on like 21st week.
Rihanna broke up with her billionaire boyfriend.
Why?
She said she gets sick of men.
Yo,
that's it.
Girls can break up with men because of that?
Tired.
Can I go to a girl and be like, yo, I'm sick of women?
I mean, you know, we don't have we don't have the ability. Yeah, that's whoa. Yeah, I got to stop myself to pause that one. But like, is there even anything to say about this? Is this just Rihanna being Rihanna, man?
It's Rihanna being Rihanna. Be your tick-ass self, girl. And I'm ready for Rihanna if she wants.
I'm ready for Rihanna's album, and I'm ready for Rihanna.
I'm ready for her as a person.
If she's looking.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
she's looking. Look, use me, Rihanna. Use me.
I know why she did it. She wanted her own. She didn't want to fuck around with a billionaire's money.
She
has her own money. She wants to be the alpha. And Rihanna, I'm willing to be the beta.
Legit, yo, you have more money than me.
Is it beta? Would I even use beta in that term?
You can keep it that way.
Who the fuck knows? Let's move on to some Jamie Foxx shit, man.
He's still relevant?
Jamie Foxx is one of the GOATs, man. Jamie Foxx is who Gambino wants to be. Yeah, I said it.
I would not say
that.
Yeah,
I said it. Jamie Foxx is gonna play Spawn. Remember Spawn?
Wasn't that a cartoon?
Spawn is a cartoon as a superhero, so to speak.
Yeah, he had like that mask.
I don't even fully remember the character. I just remember back in the day on Teletoon.
It was on Teletoon?
It was on Teletoon at one point. Yeah. I just remember watching Spawn, bro. That shit was nice. But Jamie Foxx is gonna play Spawn in a Blumhouse adaptation, so I'm not sure.
Shout out to him.
I'm not sure if this is big screen. I'm not sure if this is, small screen. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with this. But he's doing that. He's also already been confirmed to be hosting the BET Awards. Jamie's kind of making his comeback, so to speak. Now, he's never really gone away from the limelight, but he's kind of making that comeback. And the point that I wanted to make with this Jamie Foxx thing, I was listening to the Need to Know podcast with Savon. Shout out to Savon, official friend of the show. Official friend. At this point, we're gonna hold that title every time we get pause.
I'm gonna pause line.
Well, you gotta just pause. Listen, sometimes you gotta just pause when you feel like you might have to pause, whether it makes sense or not. He put out a poll on Twitter, and he said, and he just made it simple. Who is more talented, Will Smith or Jamie Foxx?
Who did you vote for?
Now,
who would you say?
I voted for what ended up being the minority. 54% of the people voted one way, 46% of the people voted another way. So that obviously tells you that it is close. It's not a blowout. Will Smith, obviously, won that argument.
Yeah, but Will Smith just has the...
So let's go through this. Let's really think about this. Who is more talented, Jamie Foxx or Will Smith? Now, I'll make the arguments on both sides. Will Smith, successful sitcom career.
I think he's a better actor.
I'll argue there. More prominent movie roles. I'm not going to say better. I'm going to say more prominent movie roles. What else has Will Smith got? The music. What am I talking about? The rapper, Will Smith.
Well, he hasn't rapped since
even though
like
he put that track out recently.
Getting jiggy with... I haven't heard that track.
Oh, that track is fire. Or that freestyle, whatever the fuck it was. New age freestyle, where you record your written bars on a beat. He went hard on that. So obviously he had the music career, and he was very successful in the music career.
Agreed.
Now let's talk about Jamie Foxx. Stand-up comedian.
He had a successful
one of the best.
Sitcom too.
One of the best stand-up comedians. Great sitcom career. The Jamie Foxx show. Very underrated show.
If she doesn't know that show, she's too young for you.
She's too young for you. You got the singing.
He has a singing.
Right?
Blame it on the alcohol.
Don't forget, Jamie Foxx was on top of the R&B world at one point in time. And has always been able to sing. All right?
Agreed. And he can
Let's talk about the movies, because I would argue that Jamie Foxx's body of work on the big screen is just as good as Will Smith's. Now, the only reason why I put Will Smith ahead of him on the movie landscape is for like 3 movies. I Am Legend, 7 Pounds, and Pursuit of Happiness is the only reason why.
How about the one with his son, After Earth? What? I'm joking. That movie was trash.
Pursuit of Happiness. No, it's the good one.
Yeah, there was another one he came with like Earth was destroyed.
I didn't even watch that.
It's so trash.
It's trash.
It's so trash. I was just joking.
So it's only those to me.
He had the other one with Margot Robbie.
Oh, that came out recently, no?
Yeah, it came out like a few years ago. The one where like they were stealing money from Margot Robbie's dad or some shit, and he has to get a fake guest shot.
I don't know.
Either way.
But nonetheless, again, most people or some people had said Will Smith. I'm gonna say no. It's Jamie Foxx. I think Jamie Foxx is
Will Smith
is the better talent than Will Smith.
Yeah, I think Will Smith just has the Fresh Prince.
Bias. I think he just has bigger
audience
accolades.
Yes, there we go. He's been on bigger screens too.
He has bigger accolades. He has Pursuit of Happiness. He has Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he has Men in Black.
And he lives like
and he has Getting Jiggy with It.
And he has his family.
And he has Jaden Smith, and he has Willow Smith.
And Jaden Smith.
And he has Jada Pinkett.
He has you're always talking about Will Smith because he's somehow related in the news.
What does Jamie Foxx have? Fucking Surrey Cruz and Katie Holmes. That's all he's got. And so he can't make the same argument. But again, he's hosting the BET Awards.
Shout out.
Now, if you ask me, I think BET's making a comeback.
Is it?
Now, for the viewers that are not aware,
BET.
Now, I don't even know the last time I watched BET.
Is it still 49?
In Canada. It might still be Channel 49. BET in Canada for a very long time. Now, I don't know if it's changed or I don't know if it's still the same. Up until the last time I watched BET was probably last year.
You watched
we
BET
were still getting,
year?
Maybe, I don't know.
I probably didn't watch the
We were still getting, the Snap Your Finger videos and shit.
It was like a rotation of like
They had a rotation of about 8 videos. They had Snap Your Fingers. They had like Paul Wall. They had like a Luda track on there.
You will see the rotation of 8 videos. Literally, they'll play the same 8 videos and you'll see Snap Your Fingers come back again. And like, how
basically what we're saying is BET has completely disregarded their Canadian audience when it comes to their content. And that just, I'm sure no Canadian can name anything on BET after like AJ and Free. Maybe Bow Wow and Keisha Shante.
Bow Wow and Keisha Shante.
Because Keisha Shante was Canadian, Torontonian. Shout out.
Shout out to Keisha Shante.
I don't think anyone can name. I don't think anyone in Canada can name anything on BET after Bow Wow and Keisha Shante.
Oh no, I watched that Kevin Hart sick show. Real Husbands of Hollywood. It's a satire.
Oh, that show was on BET.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
But I didn't watch it on BET. I watched like
like on YouTube or some shit.
Yeah. We'll call it YouTube.
Let's call it YouTube for the for the mask off. But yeah, I think BET might be back, man. Like, they have their award show. Like I said, Jamie Foxx is hosting that.
They gotta get some good ciphers in the hip hop awards. Those ciphers,
that's the hip hop awards. They're separate on those.
I know, but I'm just saying they should get the ciphers were once okay. Like you got big names.
What did they get last year? Eminem.
No, Eminem did like a few years ago.
2 years.
Oh, was it Eminem when he did that Trump thing?
I think so.
But either way, their ciphers have been whack recently. They need to get
let's make some quick BET nominations and then get off the shit.
All right, that's cool.
Album of the year. I'm looking at the nominees. You have Grateful by DJ Khaled. Oh my God! First of all, I got to talk about these. Anyways, Grateful by DJ Khaled. Mm-hmm. Culture 2 by Migos.
Okay, those are 2 that are not going to win.
Control by SZA.
Actually, the album was highly rated by the female community.
You have Damn by Kendrick Lamar. 444 by Jay-Z, and then the Black Panther soundtrack. What?
It's because of Kendrick Lamar.
It's a great soundtrack.
It's because of Kendrick Lamar.
TDE, but like TDE has a 50% chance of winning right now. They have SZA, Kendrick, and TDE.
They have three
versus Migos and Khaled, which aren't going to win. So TDE has a 75% chance of winning because it's only between the 3 TDE projects and 444.
Who do you think will win this?
Evidently 2017. I think the Black Panther soundtrack wins.
I want to say Damn wins it.
Damn is too old.
Yeah, but it's just Kendrick Lamar. Like, what else is he nominated?
So is Black Panther at that point, right? So I think you give it to Black Panther because I think right before they do that, they're going to talk about the best actor. Can you guess who wins?
Who's in the best actor community?
I actually, if we're going to talk, if I'm going to keep it 100 with you, I have no idea who I would give it to.
Denzel Washington.
And I wouldn't give it to Chadwick Boseman. But anyways, the nominees are Chadwick Boseman, Denzel, Donald Glover, dude from Get Out, and he's also from Black Panther. What's his name? Daniel Kaluuya, whatever.
Oh, that guy's so good.
Michael B. Jordan and Sterling K. Brown.
Believe it or not, I think
you gotta give it to Killmonger, man.
I thought to give it to Sterling K. Brown. Believe it or not,
what did he do again?
He does This Is Us, and This Is Us is a big show. He's a black guy from This Is Us, guys.
How do you not give it to Michael B?
Because he's going to win it.
He's perfected Killmonger.
He's going to win it again in next year in the next movie he does, and in 2 years again.
I don't think
next movie he does.
I think it's now or never. I don't think you give it to Chadwick.
Michael B's like 24 years old.
No, I'm not now or never. I'm saying up against this class.
But Sterling K. Brown. If you watch This Is Us,
I never watched This Is Us.
If you watch This Is Us, you will know why Sterling K. He's such a good actor. And it's such an emotional show, and he's crying, he's laughing, he has a family.
Shit.
He's a really good actor. His father died in the show. They're spoilers, but
spoiler alert.
But either way, it's a good show.
But man, I don't know. I don't know what I would do with that.
Is it like a best new artist? I don't know who they put under best new artist. Let me see who the.
Let's see. We're looking at this real time, guys. So
best new artist: A Boogie with a Hoodie,
oh, God.
Daniel Caesar, Gold Link, her, and SZA.
You got to give it to SZA by default.
But then, I don't know. You think
If it's okay,
think TDE is gonna run away with this award show then?
they might.
Because then
Because TDE, like, think about it. TDE's putting out like short films and shit. They're all over the scene right now.
True.
You almost have to give it to TDE. But now, if I don't give it to TDE, if I don't give it to SZA, you got to think maybe her.
Daniel Caesar?
Caesar had one track. I want to give it to Caesar.
Daniel
Shout out to
Caesar
Toronto.
Sold out.
Where's he from? Oshawa?
Yeah, he sold out Danforth.
Oshawa's usually a waste
5 days in a row.
Shout
He
out to
sold
Daniel
out
Caesar.
Danforth. He's known.
No, he is known. He's
big.
Yeah. I
But
would
yeah, I don't think he's big enough to win this. I feel like they'll give someone like SZA.
give it to Caesar, though.
Or like A Boogie with the hoodie. Someone
Give it
with
to
a big
Caesar, man.
name.
Now let's root for Caesar. Fuck
But
it.
yeah, shout
Give
out
it
to
to
this
Daniel
Toronto
Caesar.
love, yo.
BET,
Canada
if you're
love.
listening, give that shit to Daniel
name?
Caesar. It is what it is.
What's his name?
No, I thought you were talking about Caesar.
Yeah, Daniel Caesar.
No,
It's SZA.
SZA.
Is it SZA?
No, it's SZA. Yeah, that's her name.
SZA.
Not Siza.
I need to go inside. I thought it was like
SZA.
Za or something. You know how they call pizza?
Like the S and the Z make one letter. Za.
Za.
Shout out to Za. But yo, we're rooting for Daniel Caesar on that, man. Yo, anytime a Torontonian or whatever, we're gonna claim him from Toronto because again, Oshawa is usually whack, but Daniel Caesar's cool. So
They're whack still.
shout out to Daniel Caesar and shout out to Toronto.
Before we leave this topic, one more.
Go ahead.
I saw the nominees and I feel like this would be a best male hip hop artist.
Okay.
DJ
Gotta
Khaled.
be, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
No, DJ Khaled.
Go ahead.
Drake, J. Cole, Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar. Taking out 3 of those guys are in the same class that we talked about the last few episodes.
See, like shit like that, man. Like,
Who would you give this to? Ooh. Do, 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 do.
what's the
Do,
names again?
do. DJ
Trying to
Khaled.
buy time. It's not
Drake,
Khaled. It
J.
can't be
Cole.
Drake because he didn't come up with anything at the time.
J. Cole,
Okay.
Jay-Z, and Kendrick Lamar.
Did 444 win Grammys?
It got nominated. I think it got the most nominated, but didn't win anything.
But didn't win any.
Yeah.
Okay, so the BT is going to give everything to Jay-Z. So
'Cause
444 is winning Album of the Year.
Jay-Z's
Jay-Z's winning
winning-
Artist. But then they don't care about the BT Awards.
To be honest,
I'm fucking
he
confused,
might
man.
not show up. They'll get to whoever shows up.
I think, yeah, man, they're going to freestyle it, whoever shows up.
But they hate saying someone's here to accept the
Yeah,
award. So
this person could not accept the
they
award
hate saying
because they were in Calabasas, not caring.
that's why when you see Beyonce at a award show, she's probably going to win an award.
Probably.
They always say
They
that.
probably told her in advance, hey,
They do
if you
tell them.
come, you're getting that award.
Get your
So, like,
speech ready.
please get that speech ready. What else do we want to get into, man?
Oh, speaking of people that women that are over men, Serena Williams
Serena Williams,
beasting
Beast.
the what is it, Australian Open? Or what is it?
Australian Open. So let's quickly go over this one. I don't even want to spend too much time on it, but Serena Williams gets no respect as a top 5 athlete ever.
I agree.
Let's not even say ever. Let's stick to at least North America
Okay.
because it's all we really know. We don't.
Yes, we don't really know.
So when I think about most dominant, remember that I don't know if you saw it. I want to talk about it next week. That ESPN shit that came out
No.
that said like the most dominant athletes of all time. They had Serena at like 12. or
Ew,
some
who was
shit.
before her? Tell me some names that were
They
before
had
her.
Peyton Manning before her. They had Tom Brady before her.
Okay,
They
I'll put Tom Brady,
had
not Peyton Manning.
they had a couple of drivers before her, some Formula One dudes or
Get the
NASCAR
fuck out of
dudes.
here.
They
Don't tell me these guys are
had
athletes.
I think they had Kobe on there before her. They had Roger Federer before her. Who else did they have?
Kobe, that's arguable. MJ,
First of all, if we're gonna talk
LeBron?
most dominant athlete, you're not gonna tell me anyone in team sports unless it's one person like LeBron. Do not tell me Peyton Manning is the most dominant fucking athlete.
Yeah.
Because he needs an O-line.
He does.
He needs receivers.
He needs his defense to
He
step
needs a
up on
running back
defense.
to keep the defense honest. You know what I mean? Don't tell me that
It's
shit.
not just...
He's gone from the conversation. Brady's gone from the conversation for the exact same reason. Don't give me these Formula One dudes unless they're winning every race.
It legit, like... And,
You know what I mean?
and they're running. Hey,
Serena Williams is the most dominant tennis player ever.
agreed.
Men
I'm not,
or women.
I'm not
right?
fighting this.
The only name you can put ahead of Serena Williams is Roger Federer. And the reason why I personally don't have her, now I used to be a big tennis fan, and I'm sure I'm one of no one
One of
who
no one.
was. All right, so
I never watched tennis.
the reason why I don't have a Roger Federer ahead of like a Serena Williams is because Roger Federer for about a 3 or 4 year time period was not the best.
Oh no, he lost.
He was
his ring.
losing to Rafa Nadal. He was losing to Novak Djokovic. Even relatively
Roddick
no-name
too.
people were beating him. Not Roddick.
Roddick didn't beat him?
No.
Roddick never beat him?
He broke Roddick's code ASAP and
damn.
turned Roddick into nothing.
All right, never mind that.
But there was a time where Federer just wasn't the biggest deal in tennis. I feel like for as long as Serena has been out, she has been the biggest name in tennis. She has been the most dominant name in tennis. I think at one point she had won 4, 5, 6 Grand Slams in a row, which is very hard to do, right? So Serena, to me, she comes back from her pregnancy. This child is, how old is this child? 6 months?
I think so. When did she give birth? Earlier this year?
Some shit. She gave birth.
Either way, it's crazy to come back
To a major event like the French Open.
Big.
She's unranked.
That's so disrespectful.
And she's just dominating.
She's going into round of 16. She's about to go face Sharapova now.
She's going to face her. Oh, does Sharapova win?
She's going to face Sharapova in round of 16 on Monday.
Okay. She's going to destroy Sharapova.
That's going to be a big
She
game.
can get to the Elite Eight. And she's about to clean house. And she's going to win another major. She's going to win another major being unranked, 6 months removed from a pregnancy. Can we just slow clap for that one?
Round
Serena
of applause
Williams.
for you, Serena.
Shout out to you.
Black excellence.
ESPN won't do it, but we will acknowledge you as one of the most dominant athletes, not only of our current time, but just of all time. And in terms of tennis, there's only one name we're arguing, and it's Roger Federer. Time to move on. Let's get off of that. But yeah, fuck. How long have we been going now for? An hour. Oh, goddamn. Hour 40. Okay, so let's respect the viewers' time. We don't want to give you guys some 3-hour Joe Rogan-esque episodes.
Whatever. Nice.
So we want to respect your time. We usually try to aim for that 90 minutes, if not slightly less. Here we are at 100 minutes, and we're still going. So let's just wrap it up, man. Let's get into that CCS, that crazy Canadian shit. Now, usually we get into the CCS, and usually we give you guys those eye-raising, what the fuck stories that come out of Canada. And usually it's from the West Coast because, I don't know, they must have a different kind of water there.
They drink
or something.
Well, what's the ocean? Is that the Pacific Ocean?
Yeah, it must be the Pacific saltiness as opposed to the Atlantic saltiness.
Not salty.
But yeah, some weird shit going on there, man. But this time on CCS, we do want to kind of get into a special segment. It's going to be a little bit biased towards those that are in Ontario. So for those that are not, bear with us.
Just pay attention.
Hey, man, just pay attention. Why not?
It's good information.
Good information. We have the Ontario provincial elections coming up on the 7th of June.
Are you voting?
Vote or die. I voted already.
Oh, you did? You did the early ballots?
I did my early ballot shit, man. Yo, we have a responsibility.
I should vote. I never vote, but this year I want to be. This year I actually want to vote.
What did J. Cole say? Democracy's too fucking slow. That's why I'm not voting. Don't take that message, guys. Go vote.
Go vote.
Slow or not, at least you want to have a say in, who that leader is, or not necessarily the leader, but which party is going to be running your province or have an impact on your country.
So who's favorite to win?
So the favorite, it's hard to say, but I will say this. We did a poll. We ran another poll. This was during the debate. So there was a debate that happened on the 27th
Before you get to the
May.
debate.
Go ahead.
You see the Green Party was salty they weren't invited?
Man, Green Party needs to get the fuck out.
Yeah, the guy was on CB24 talking about how salty he was. They didn't get invited. They don't get a fair shot.
The Green Party literally has no agenda.
They literally don't.
So
I agree. I don't feel like I didn't feel bad that he wasn't invited.
Tell me what your agenda is, Green Party, and let's talk.
To get the world green again.
Okay. How? Let's talk about your agenda.
We'll put green screens everywhere.
Let's talk about your agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, we did a poll, and during the election. So this was so here in Ontario we have kind of 3 main parties. So I know in the United States we're used to just Democrats and conservatives. What are they called?
Liberals?
Liberal.
Yeah. Liberal? I don't know politics like that.
Well, basically they're liberals and conservatives.
Yeah.
Right. I just forget what they're called.
Democrats for sure.
But yeah, liberals
Republicans.
and conservatives, right? Yeah, Republicans.
Yeah,
Democrats and
Republicans.
So in Canada we have what we call the Progressive Conservative.
PC for short.
PC for short. We do have our Liberal Party. And then we also have what we call the New Democratic Party, or the NDP, which is basically just like the other liberals, quote unquote. Right?
Not too far left. Or not too far right.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same people. So we ran a poll. We said who won the debate at the time, May 27th. 11% of the people thought it was the progressive conservative candidate, Doug Ford. Yes, viewers, that is the brother of the infamous late Rob Ford, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Rob.
There's also, so he got 11% of the votes. So clearly no one was fucking with him.
People do not like him outside of like
People outside of Etobicoke, which is a suburb in Toronto,
do not
or
like
subdivision, I
the
should
guy.
say.
They just see him as
They don't
his
like
brother.
him. They didn't like him. They didn't like his brother. Why would they vote at that point? Especially in Ontario. There was the Liberal candidate, Kathleen Wynne. She got 39%. And there was the New Democratic Party, Andrea Horwath, who won 50%.
Do you think she's going to win? A lot of people are like saying
A lot of
she has
people
good
are saying
stuff.
she's going to win. So here's kind of the political campaign in a nutshell. Now, full disclosure, I'm not fully involved in this. I'm not as researched as I probably should be. But I read up on all of their...
You said doo-doo.
Doop-de-dee scoop. I did read up on all of their campaigns and just kind of at least skimmed over.
Yeah,
I at least
what
want
the
to have an
talking
idea.
points are.
So the story in Ontario is this. The PC party, the Progressive Conservative,
Doug Ford.
they were almost guaranteed to win. They had a candidate by the name of Patrick Brown.
Oh, yeah.
He had what they call some like 5 rules. He's like, if I don't commit to all 5 of these things, I am not running again. So he, was ready to put his money where his mouth is, so to speak. And I'm pretty sure almost everyone was going to vote for Patrick Brown because not only was he conservative or progressive conservative, he was basically the most liberal version of conservative that you could find.
I see what you're saying.
So it was like...
He's kind of like in between. He's kind of like a mixture of both. He got a good balance of conservative, a good balance of liberal.
That's PC in a nutshell. He gets ousted as somebody who used to go to bars, and he got Me Too'd.
He got Me Too'd
basically.
pretty much.
Valid or not, I'm not going to get into that.
He said it wasn't real, right? But he just
nonetheless, he got Me Too'd, and court of public opinion is more than enough to fuck up your image. So he gets out. This is about a month before the election at this point. Now they have to find a new leader.
They do that.
They finally find Doug Ford, who again, brother of Rob Ford, the late Rob Ford, I should say. And people just say they just don't have a platform.
They really don't.
If this party can't even figure out what the fuck is going on within it, how do we trust this party to run our province? Essentially is what's going on.
That's much what's happening.
Right. And then you have your Liberal leader, Kathleen Wynne. So she's been running the office now for a little while.
Yeah, she's a current premier.
She's known to be a notorious money spender. And she's known to just waste a lot of money.
And she taxes everything.
Right?
She put the tax on gas.
Long story short, everybody is sick of Kathleen Wynne, for lack of better term.
She spends money and asks for more money and asks us to pay more money.
And then you have your NDP, New Democratic Party leader, that's Andrea Horwath. She's been a lot of nothing for the past 5 years.
Who is she? Like, where's she from?
Who the fuck knows? She's been a lot of nothing. She's just been a lot of
why is she favored to win?
She just echoes a lot of the things that Wynne says, like, or a lot of the ideas that the Liberals have. She just rewords it and says it in her own way.
Yeah.
Now, like you're kind of asking, why did people think Horwath won the debate? And why is it kind of commonplace to start thinking that the NDP is going to win the election? It's almost like just simply the lesser of 3 evils.
I see what you're saying.
That's really all it is. It's like, yeah, we need a change, but we're not changing to the progressive conservatives.
And we're not.
They can't figure their shit out. So if we're not going to vote Liberal again, why don't we just vote for the other Liberals?
Or you can vote for Green Party.
Or Green Party. Yeah, fuck that. Or why don't we just vote for the other Liberals?
Yeah.
That's why NDP is probably going to win.
So where's Jagmeet Singh?
Jagmeet Singh is federal.
Oh,
so for those that don't know,
he's going to go for like Prime Minister eventually.
For those that don't know, in Canada, we're about to have the most lit federal prime minister election of all time. You have Justin Trudeau, who's everybody's darling, and you have Jagmeet Singh, who's winding up on.
Yo, that video. Go watch that video if you haven't seen it.
Yo, do you know what the video is called?
No, I can't remember.
Yo, just put up if you look up Jagmeet Singh dancing, you will find the funniest shit ever. And just remember that Jagmeet Singh and Justin Trudeau are going to be our 2 people mainly that we have to vote for the next Prime Minister of Canada. It's about to be motherfucking lit.
It's going to be a good election.
It's going to be lit. But I mean, that's kind of the election in a nutshell, man. So for those that are from Ontario, from Toronto, Brampton, wherever you're from, man, go vote.
Vote. Your voice is...
Vote or die, bro. At the end of the day, vote or die.
Chance the Rapper said, vote.
Just vote.
Yeah,
That's
vote.
it.
Go out there and vote.
But yeah, special edition, man. Special edition of that CCS. We wanted to highlight that election. I feel like it's our duty to do so.
It is.
But let's wrap it up, man. Let's wrap it up for the viewers, man.
Just heard us talking for a minute.
For a minute, yo. We've been going on for fucking like an hour 50.
Easy.
So shout out to y'all for sticking around with us, man.
It's not common, but you just heard Birdman's talking. So continue on the conversation by telling a friend to tell a friend to
Tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. You know what it is. It's 6 degrees of separation, guys. 666. Wait, which one are you doing? Are you doing the 666 or the other one?
Oh, okay. 666.
Tick, tick, tick. Man, you already know what it is, man. I'll go by the name of Harris.
You can call me JustShola.
You can call him that if you want.
And forget, number one, the cardinal rule. Watch out for wastemen.
Is it cardinal rule or cardinal sin?
Hey, watch out
Anyways,
for wastemen,
man,
y'all.
stay away from the wastelands, guys. Stay safe out there. It's TMV. It's episode 6. We out here. Let's get it.